consultation or visit us at wewininjurylaw.com.
Welcome to the Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Night. Let's go.
You heard it. It's the Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Week. The Hurricane Tigers and the Hillcrest Huskies in the battle of the Block HAT. And one of these teams is going to walk away with their first ever victory of the season. 0-2 Huskies, 0-2 Tigers. Both have had incredibly close performances. But tonight marks the first time in which one of these squads will walk away with a W this year. We know that the Hurricane Tigers have had some tough battles against Mountain Crest, Moapa Valley, a 1-point defeat last week. Coming into week 3, your last preseason game. Everything's on the line here on your home field. And for the Hillcrest Huskies, well, it's been a tough going. Last week against Payson, this was a team that ended up losing that game 42-7, and then a close loss themselves against Logan, 30-27 the final there. AT, in these type of matchups this early in the season, it's pretty easy to throw the record aside and just play football, right?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for both of them. Hurricane, in those first two games, Rustin, they played better against Mountain Crest by 20 points from this year, going back to last year where they lost 35-0, lost 35-20, but putting points up on the board, and then losing 30-29 on Moapa on the road in a game where they had the lead in the first half. Some crazy stuff happened. Some plays were called back. So Hurricane in H-Town here tonight. First of all, how thrilled are you to be in H-Town tonight, my man?
Oh, man, it's absolutely fantastic. Peach Day is apparently going on. Driving down, Hurricane itself is always such a fun thing. And you add in that traffic, and it just creates a little extra atmosphere, right? Excitement. And I always love what they do out here at HHS. I mean, it's always a great crowd. Everything's on hand, and the atmosphere is always good as Coach Cowan and company are doing all they can to just restore that identity that is the Hurricane Tigers. And I feel like they're well on their way here at HHS. And tonight, well, tonight's going to be a big-time showing on how much progress this team has made. Go back to last year's team, AT, 2-9, 0-6 in Region 9 play. This was a game that they played and won last year in what was a pretty dominant fashion. It was a 56-35 victory in favor of the Tigers. Gabriel had 352 total yards in that game, 347 rush yards for the whole team for Hurricane, 228 pass. It was a very balanced performance and what was a dominant win over this Huskies team. Enter this season. Change at head coach, change in personnel. Hurricane feels they're on the up and up. So what do you do this year against the Hillcrest Huskies?
Let's go. Enter Sandman, baby. Let's go to our Timeless Awards Company coach's comments. This was Coach Cowan from yesterday.
I was telling our kids last night, both these first two games we've been huge underdogs according to the newspaper.
Yeah.
And last week I think we're a couple touchdown underdogs. And so if you get caught up in all that, Hillcrest is same situation. They're a big underdog, and rightfully so. Their program struggled, and I'm sure they're trying to get things going in the right direction. But then again, so is our program. And so. We both need a win, and I'm sure if they're looking at their schedule, they're looking at us and they're thinking, some of these other teams are probably playing are going to be even more, unevenly matched.
Sure.
So I'm sure they're coming to town thinking, this is a game they can compete with, and if everything goes right, find a way to get a win. And so for us, and we can't have that mentality that we deserve to even consider looking past anyone or.
That was Coach Cowan from the Coach Cowan Coaches Show. You hear it every week on ESPN 97.7. His point basically was, Rustin, this is a game that we look forward to because we won it last year, but Hillcrest is looking at their schedule and thinking we got to find a win, and it might be on the road against Hurricane, so they're going to come out and give it all they have, obviously.
Well, it'll be a determined Huskies team, no doubt about it. We talked about, the tough loss against Logan, absolutely struggling against Payson last week alone, but Coach Cowan said it, AT. You mentioned it. This Hillcrest team's going to be hungry. They're going to be determined. They feel like they might have a shot here on the road. And it's the Tigers' job as favorites to put them away early and often. And that's what Hurricane's going to try to do as we get fired up here at Hurricane High School. Kickoff upcoming. It's going to be the Huskies sending it in the direction of the Tigers. Back to return right now for this Hurricane team. You got Brody Jacobs. As well, and it's going to be a squibber. First and foremost, take a hard bounce, roll past the 40, past the 45, and out of bounds on the opening kick. And, well, you don't see that a whole awful lot, AT.
Appreciate all of our sponsors helping us bring you the game tonight, including our new starting lineup sponsor, Wendy's. Start your day with a delicious Wendy's bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. The most underrated fast food breakfast in town is Wendy's. People always say McDonald's. I say no. Wendy's. Go check out Wendy's, and we'll go through the starting lineups here. The opening drive for both squads as they come out onto the field. And if you're listening on ESPN 97.7, sorry we had a little technical difficulty. If you're driving home and you're looking how to watch this game, go to sportsradio977.com and watch it in beautiful HD live from Hurricane High School.
Speaking of starting lineups, Dylan Gabriel, the signal caller for the Tigers, lines up in the gun. Back to his right. Gabriel on the year, 15 of 26, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. As the very first play of the game is Gabriel keeping it up the far side, and that's not only going to be enough for an automatic first down, but beyond that, Gabriel with the keeper ends up picking up big-time yardage. And AT, he can do that. 91 yards coming into this game. Second leading rusher for this Tigers team, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Great first play. You're faking a jet to Austin McRoberts, who did everything for him last week against Moapa Valley. Inside zone keeper. Nice job by Dylan Gabriel. Beautiful spin move in the box, getting outside for the first down.
And you're going to see a little bit also tonight of Austin McRoberts. AT, this is a kid who had a big-time performance just the other week. Look for Hurricane to run multiple back personnel. Here's Gabriel on an end around. It's McRoberts. He gets the carry, has a blocker, cuts out to the right side, has a block. It's a foot race. McRoberts down the right sideline. He's still standing. Touchdown, Hurricane.
What a block by Tanner Matua downfield. He got next level and then next level out to a member of the defensive secondary and pancaked him at about the 15-yard line. And Austin McRoberts gets going right where he left off last weekend with another home run.
We talked about McRoberts, and I guess this is a good broadcaster jinx, right? You mentioned his name and the performance in which he had leading into this week. He gets the football, and you talk about blockers, man. McRoberts has the speed, he has the skill, he has the ability to make guys miss. You don't got to do any of that when everyone out in front of you is making sure that the Hillcrest defender is on the turf. Beautifully executed. 2 plays, big-time yardage, and Hurricane takes it from about their own 40 all the way down for the score within a matter of moments. 6-0 PAT pending for the Tigers. Looks like it's going to be coming up and off the foot of Max Hutchings, I believe.
That's what we see from Hurricane so far in this young season is big plays. Plays of 40 yards, 60 yards. We just saw another one in that range as they take the 7-0 lead. Sorry.
7-0, Tigers on top. It didn't take long. 11:24 on the clock. We'll take a quick break and be back with Hillcrest. First offensive possession.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find a helpful face. Someone welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. At Bucks Ace, we exist to help others, and you can see it in our faces.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I've always enjoyed meeting new people, and there's no better place than Bucks Ace Hardware to do that. That's why I love my job. Come see me at Bucks, and let us show you why we're the most helpful hardware store in all of Southern Utah.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
That's not good.
What?
Yep, your car's broken.
Oh, come on.
But we can fix it and get you back on the road quickly.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Pro Auto Care in St. George can handle anything under the hood of your Honda, Acura, Toyota, and Lexus. From oil changes to major repairs, quality work at an affordable price. Check them out at yourproautocare.com. That's yourproautocare.com.
Back at Hurricane High School, where Austin McRoberts just recorded his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Ball's going to go back to Hillcrest, their first opportunity to do something with it, and the Hurricane special teams unit whiffs on a tackle. He's trying to cut back to the right side, and a big-time hit and pop to bring down the ball carrier. In on the action was Karsten Walker, and that was a smack.
Yeah, it was a block by Ezra Bell. He kind of sideswiped him. It was nearly a block in the back call, but hit a Hurricane Tiger right into the ball carrier. And that was a Pro Auto Care big collision there. And so far, through, 4 plays so far tonight, we've had a show so far here in H-Town.
Grady Court was the return man for the Huskies. Looking at the windy starters for the Hillcrest squad here tonight, AT, you're kind of looking at a squad that throughout the year has, well, we talk about the ups and downs and everything they've kind of had to deal with. They've put up points, they've given up points. What they do here tonight is to be determined. Their leading passer is Kayvon Houston, 24-46. And he loses the ball. Hurricane on top of it. And we're not even going to see what the Huskies can offer here in the first quarter because the Tigers just recovered the football in the Flynn Roofing red zone.
Cannot imagine the frustration for Hillcrest. First play of the game, you've been practicing it for 7 days. Little mesh read play, and ball just drops on the turf right into the lap of the Hurricane Tigers. And they'll be in the red zone to start their second drive.
We've seen 2 designed run plays for the Tigers, and that seemed to work pretty well last time out with a fresh set of downs. And only a little ways to go into the end zone. We'll see what they end up drawing up. It's going to be Gabriel in the gun, hands down at his side. Claps his hands, gets the ball. He's going to keep it himself, fakes the handoff on the right side, and he is chopped down, but not until he gets past the 10-yard line, creating a second down and very manageable. There is a first down available here. It's not a first and goal, second and goal scenario. And the Tigers will likely take their time.
Good read once again by Gabriel, keeping it around that right side after the fake. And I thought Shine Vickers in an alleyway. I thought that was looking like 6. A lot of green grass, a lot of open space. Vickers chopped him right at the hip. Nice tackle.
Fake was to Connor Clyde. Clyde wears number 15, the junior, 54 rush yards on the year. Clyde to the right of Gabriel. Gabriel, 2 receivers to the left. He's going to send McRoberts in motion. Watch that man. And instead, he gives it the other direction. Left side, running room for days as a flag flies. And into the end zone for the score is Brody Jacobs. And we'll see if that stands, AT. Nice maneuvering from Jacobs, but I'd imagine that we're going to see that offense remain on the field.
Yeah, it was a really nice move from Jacobs on the counter play to the left side. Of course, Jacobs, one of the kids that came over from Duchesne this year with Coach Cowan, was one of their better players last year and has been a key contributor this season. Looks like it's going to go against Hurricane. Flag was in the box, and they'll go 10 yards back.
So instead of 2nd and 4, AT, make it 2nd down and 14 for the Tigers. They were in the red zone now. Well, they're still in the red zone, just barely inside that 20. Still yet to see a pass, but you see the options. Clyde, Jacobs, McRoberts, multiple guys in which the Tigers can get the football to, and they're very confident in the blocking out front, whether that's a pulling guard or receiver. Jacobs lines up behind the tight end. Watch him potentially. Jacobs comes into the backfield, gets the football. He's going to cut between the guard and tackle, and a nice little hop-step move has the Tigers back around the original line of scrimmage.
Really nice blocking by Brian Ireland, kind of leading through the gap there on that off-tackle play to the left side on another kind of counter look from Hurricane. I'm really impressed with the big guys up front for Hurricane early in this game, just mashing in the box and getting hats on linebackers.
You know, the Tigers wanted to win that battle at the line of scrimmage. In the trenches is the identity in which Hurricane wants to assume. Clyde to the right. Gabriel in the gun. This time you have Jacobs lined over the tight end on the left side. He goes in motion. We'll get the football. Gabriel passing out to Jacobs. Jacobs has open room, and he's into the end zone past the pylon for a Hurricane touchdown.
Beautiful patience by Dylan Gabriel. That was his second read. He was looking down the seam and then checked it down to Jacobs, who was chilling out in the flat, made a move. He got 1 touchdown call back. That one he'll get in the box score. Beautiful couple of series early here for the Hurricane Tigers.
First time Jacobs has visited the end zone this year, according to our unofficial statistics. And it's the Tigers with a 13-0 lead. PAT from Hutchings is down, up, and through. Make it 14-0 in favor of the Tigers. All Hurricane early on. We still haven't seen the Huskies run a play. That should change on this upcoming drive. Quick break.
I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. Lighting is the jewelry for the home. Here at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, we go to every effort to find the latest and greatest new ideas and styles in decorative lighting. You may find it interesting, but we really do get excited about great lighting. We've recently returned home from the latest lighting trade show, where we found a number of exciting pieces. Those items have been arriving, and the showroom is filling up with fantastic new ideas that will make the statements you've been searching for. Come on in and get excited about lighting with us and see what's new. Wilkinson's, 88 East, 1160 South.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
See Hearst first and refresh your home with Ace's Red Hot Pies. Check out the Ace Paint Collection with durability for everyday life. Save $2 on Kills Primer, and select Rust-Oleum Spray Paint is 2 for $13. Switch out that air filter with buy 3, get 1 free savings. And buy more, save more on cleaning supplies for every part of your home. Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Back at Hurricane High School, home of the Tigers, as they kick it past that big block. H takes a massive bounce over the returner. He's going to get it about the 3. Got a lot of field and not a lot of room as the Tigers swarm to the ball carrier, and he won't make it to the 10. The Huskies will have an uphill climb, trailing 14-0. Last time they were on the field, it was a snap, a fumble. The Tigers recovered, and that's been the Huskies' offense to this point, AT.
Great job by Russell Ellison getting down there, breaking down, and slowing him down, and then eventually helping out with the tackle. Good job on kickoff coverage so far tonight by the Tigers. Appreciate all of our sponsors helping us bring you the action tonight, including Nets on Fire. For a schedule of their camps, leagues, leadership trainings, and more, go to netsonfire.org.
Back in for the Huskies, we'll see Kayvon Houston. The Tigers' defense is paced by a couple different guys, but you got Winiger, who's number 1, and a quick pass out to the outside cut. And once again, very little room. The Tigers swarm to the ball carrier. 1, 2, 3 Hurricane players to bring down the receiver. That's Braden Wetzel.
Play of about 1 yard. Like you said, Rustin, way to swarm to the ball. There was a bunch of Tigers there in on the tackle.
And you can tell Houston wants to move quickly, this Tigers pass rush, hoping to get to the quarterback. On the season, you have a couple big-time performances, 2 sacks. As out to the right side go the Huskies, breaking a tackle, slipping through for a couple extra yards is Miles Entz for this Hillcrest team. Sophomore wears number 20 for this squad. And that's going to make it a 3rd down and manageable right now. See also in the backfield right now, Silas Akey. And it's going to be 2 backs split on the left, on the right of Kayvon. Here's the snap, the give, the big man rumbling, tumbling, and he's stuck right into the chest. A big-time hit and takedown. 2 Tigers were there, but driving him to the turf was Winiger.
Winiger's all over the field. I mean, he had, I think, 14 tackles last week against Moapa Valley. And getting going early in this one, a long tradition of Hurricane Tiger linebackers. He's trying to keep up that tradition, and he's been fantastic so far this year.
Punt upcoming for the Hillcrest Huskies. And it's a wobbling snap, nearly blocked. Great job by the punter to get that away. Mick Roberts fields it cleanly, slips up, he bounces to the left side. Mick Roberts waiting for a block to pick up. He has room there, and he's going to return this before being pushed out of bounds past the 20-yard line. And the Tigers, for the 2nd consecutive time, the first due to a turnover, this time due to a punt return, are going to start with the football in the red zone.
Wow, Hurricane coming out fired up tonight, and anytime McRoberts can get the ball, special teams, offense, whatever, he's making big plays.
Yeah, give the ball to 22. Something good's going to happen for this squad. Go back to the Hillcrest defense and look at some of the leaders for this Husky team. They are led on the year in total tackles by Martinez. He's got 15. Wetzel has 9. This team, AT, has 4 fumble recoveries, 1 interception to 4 fumble recoveries for Hillcrest. As the give around has no room whatsoever, Huskies defensive line does a good job getting into that Tigers backfield, and it'll be a loss.
Good job by Seth Price there, breaking through, getting into the backfield, and for the first time so far tonight, Hurricane stopped on a run play. behind the line of scrimmage. And it wasn't just Price. There was a bunch of Huskies back there for the tackle.
And a quick switch around right now. Looks like we'll have R.J. Allred take the field. Personnel shift for the Tigers as Gabriel in front of Clyde. Sends Jacobs in motion. We'll give it to him. Rolling to his right. Pressure coming. Gabriel has to make a decision. He stops, pump fakes, and slips through 2 Huskies. What a nice move. The yardage won't be anything too insane, but the move itself, that's worth a highlight reel.
Wow. Squeezing through those 2 defenders. There wasn't a lot of room, and he faked a pass and kind of with his follow-through just eked through 2 Huskies there for a good gain to make it 3rd and gettable here for Hurricane. Athletic play there by Gabriel.
We're looking at about 3rd and 7 upcoming AT for the Tigers. You do imagine this is likely 4-down territory for this Hurricane team. Spread out on the far side, you got C.J. Trump, the junior wide receiver, wearing number 2. He'll be on one-on-one coverage, as well as Mick Roberts. As Gabriel fakes the ball, keeps it himself. Left side, he can throw. He's got Trump in the end zone. Makes the grab and another touchdown. That play designed perfectly. You couldn't tell if he was going to take off or toss it. And at the last moment before he hit that line of scrimmage, it was a toss. Touchdown Tigers.
It's that old Auburn triple option play where you're a passer. You got the guy in the flats. You've got the guy on a corner route, and the DB needs to make a decision. Great job by Gabriel holding on to the ball just long enough to make the defender commit and then floating it into the end zone for the score.
And C.J. Trump, excellent route running there. By the time Gabriel let that ball go, there was really no one in the vicinity to contest it. Extra point, up and through, 3 for 3 for Hutchings, and that makes it 21-0. Tigers on top, 5:57 here in the first quarter.
It's fabulous.
So fabulous. Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash.
Want your car sparkling clean and to save big on gas? Now you can go unlimited for as low as $20 a month. That's right, get your unlimited car wash pass and save 20 cents per gallon on gas. But wait, it gets even better. The higher the wash package, the more you save. Up to 40 cents per gallon every time. Don't miss out on these incredible savings. Fabulous Freddy on River Road or North Bluff in St. George. Go unlimited today.
Get ready. Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
There's no better time to bring the timeless quality and dependability of GE appliances to your home than right now with your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Save on premium finish options that you won't find anywhere else, and features that help you spend less time doing chores and more time doing what matters to you. Now's your chance to save big on select GE appliances. Visit your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus or shop online at ApplianceWholesalersPlus.com.
Back at Hurricane High, the kickoff into the hands of Stout, nowhere to go, and Hillcrest will once again start well into the backside of things in terms of their own territory. And for the Huskies, it's all about what can you get going offensively. This is a team that put 27 points up against Logan, struggled to score the ball against the Payson Lions, and right now it looks more like a Payson-esque story for this team, unless they're able to turn things around, and this drive feels pivotal. You never want to say this game's out of reach or, you know, things are getting dangerous, especially this early in the first quarter, this early in the ball game. But there is a lot of weight right now on the Huskies to respond here, because every time Hurricanes getting the football, they're getting it in their own territory, and they're scoring relatively quick. So right now, a lot of it rides on the hands of Kayvon Houston. Houston, the lefty, pump fakes, gets past the defender, excellent fake, spins past another man, and will pick up a handful of yards with a nice little sidestep move.
Nice job by Kayvon Houston, making something happen there with a guy in his face. He hasn't had a lot of time tonight in the only couple times that he's thrown, but he made a positive play out of that one.
Houston remains in the gun. The running back to his left side, wearing number 26, that's Thomas Ashby. Ashby going to go in motion. 3 receivers to the left. It's a pass. Houston wants to go deep. Nothing there. He's flushed out of the pocket, pushes forward, and he's going to be right around that first down marker. You could tell he wanted to go deep, AT. Time ran out, and he did the right thing. Used his legs to pick up the Fabulous Freddy's first down.
And I know they're down 21-0 early in this game. The Huskies haven't thrown it a ton this year. They're more of a run-first team. But so far, going from the shotgun, allowing Kayvon, your best athlete on the field, to make decisions and pull it down and run it has been successful.
They're going to send a man out. Quick pass on a receiver screen. Ball's dropped. Flag on the field. He has to dive back on top of it. And there's a couple things to sort out here, AT. We're going to have the loss first of all, and then the flag coming in after the fact. What'd you see there?
Looked like there was confusion whether or not from the players whether it was a forward pass or not. I think it was. And we might have a defensive holding about 5 yards down the field.
Talking to Coach Cowan right now. It was Silas Atching.
Or it could be a hold against Hillcrest down the field.
No, he's got his hands kind of out like he's confused, but it does go against the Huskies. That'll back him up. So there was no fumble on the play. It was just an incomplete pass. But the call will back up the Huskies here.
Coach Cowan says we want the down. We don't care about the yardage because they lost some few yards, 5 yards on the play anyway. So I guess they did rule it a backwards pass.
Okay, yeah. So here we go, second down and long. Houston steps up. He's going to motion a man around, running back. And Atching switches to the left side. Quick pass out on the near sideline. Stepping out of bounds is Stephen Hoskins after making the grab. And that should make it a much more manageable third down scenario here for the Huskies. They're back inside the original line of scrimmage.
Good quick game pass there from Kayvon Houston to Hoskins for a good gain.
Huskies wanting to move quickly. Houston claps his hands, can't get the Tigers to move. They were hoping to draw someone from Hurricane offsides instead. They'll switch it back around. Atching to the left side. Houston dropping, looking near side. Nothing there. Fakes, goes to the left, and that ball will be in the field of a bunch of Tigers on the sideline. The grab was not made, incomplete. And that brings up 4th down and 8. The punt team enters for the Huskies.
Hurricane sent a 4th guy that time on the rush. It was a really good defensive kind of bracketing defense by the safety and the cornerback by Hurricane. The ball was placed pretty well by Houston in a tight window. They just couldn't come down with it, I think, in part because Drew Larson was in the face of the receiver there deflecting the ball.
And a high floating punt, nearly blocked, gets it away into the hands of McRoberts. He's going to roll through one blocker, up the right side, gets past another Husky, cuts back towards the middle of the field, drags 1-2 defenders with him, and McRoberts will get the Tigers back into Hillcrest territory one more time here in the first quarter at the very least. 4:34 on the clock, 21-0 Hurricane.
Man, he's getting his work in on special teams. Like you say, you boot it out of your range. He's going to return it back into your side of the field into plus territory. Good blocking by Hurricane. Good discipline not to block in the back there up the sideline to allow McRoberts to get it all the way to about the 36-yard line for the Tigers, like you said.
This will be the 4th offensive possession for the Tigers. This will be the 3rd time in which they've started the drive on Hillcrest's side of the field. 3 of 4, that's a pretty good percentage right now for H-Town. Clyde behind Gabriel. Gabriel sends McRoberts, gives to McRoberts, trying to work off a Clyde block, and he's tripped up. Excellent tackle there from, I believe it was Wetzel, who made the cut on McRoberts.
Yeah, good job forcing him back inside, keeping outside contained by Wetzel, as well as Aleric Martinez, the force man on the outside for the Huskies. And so far, anytime you can hold Hurricane to less than a chunk play on the ground, it's kind of a success right now for Hillcrest. They kill for a stop here this series without giving up points.
Watch this line for Hurricane out there doing good work for this Tigers squad. They've been winning the battle so far. And here we go. 2nd down and 8. Upcoming for the Tigers. McRoberts in motion. Snap to Gabriel. He'll give it to Clyde. Clyde straight up the middle. And that's a 1st down, it appears, for the Hurricane Tigers. And officially it is so. McRoberts gets a hands up from his teammate, and the Tigers continue to push. That's the first time we've kind of just seen a give it to your back and let him push up the middle, AT.
Yeah, that's right. Give it to Clyde. He's always side cart to the quarterback. They do a lot of counters in the single wing or the double wing going the other way. But Clyde that time just right up the middle, stirring up the echoes of teams past. They kind of run the double wing from the shotgun. And the double wing, the formation that made Hurricane famous when they were playing for state championships every year. And Clyde is going to be a big part of that offense this year, trying to be that true featured back for the Tigers this year.
Familiar running style. Gabriel wants to pass. Under pressure, steps up, tucks the football, and he's bouncing to the left side. Pushed out of bounds right around the first chain. It signifies the 1st down for the Tigers. They might mark him just shy, and they will, but Gabriel sensed pressure coming, a little bit of a cornerback blitz, steps up and ends up making a big-time play happen.
And I like Hillcrest sending pressure, sending numbers in the box, whether it's a run play or a pass play. They're being aggressive. That was just, once again, Gabriel being fleet of foot, making a move, being agile, and getting it out close to the line to gain.
We're going to say 2nd down and 2 for the Tigers. 2:59 over on your Nets on Fire clock. For a schedule of leagues, leadership trainings, and more, go to netsonfire.org. Gabriel, man in motion is Jacobs. He keeps it himself, rips it out of Jacobs' chest, bounces off a Husky, spins near the goal line, and just shy. But what a powerful display of running from Dillon Gabriel.
He's running like a fullback. Goodness, Dillon Gabriel's like a young Larry Zonka out there tonight. Spinning off people, bumping off people, lowering his shoulder, getting to the 1-yard line, showing off his weight room work that he did in the offseason.
I think he surprised Jacobs there because Jacobs thought, I have the ball, and then Gabriel rips that out of there, and just, you mentioned it, powerful running from the Tigers signal caller. Snap, Gabriel, straight to Clyde. Clyde up the middle. That's a touchdown for the Tigers. And for Clyde, bursting into the end zone on the year, give him touchdown number 2.
How about these Hurricane Tigers putting on a show for the home faithful and lighting up the We Win Injury Loss scoreboard. With power football, we've seen Dillon Gabriel kind of finesse as a runner out of the pocket when he gets flushed out, throwing the ball a little bit, but mostly has been on the ground, dominating performance by Hurricane. Can't be stopped so far.
And with that, you got a rushing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and then one passing touchdown tonight so far, right, AT?
That's right.
As Hutchings, 4 for 4, extra points are going up and through. 28-0, Tigers on top here in the first quarter at Hurricane High.
It's fabulous. Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash.
Want your car sparkling clean and to save big on gas? Now you can go unlimited for as low as $20 a month. That's right, get your unlimited car wash pass and save 20 cents per gallon on gas. But wait, it gets even better. The higher the wash package, the more you save. Up to 40 cents per gallon every time. Don't miss out on these incredible savings. Fabulous Freddy on River Road or North Bluff in St. George. Go unlimited today.
Get ready. Wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
There's no better time to bring the timeless quality and dependability of GE appliances to your home than right now with your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Save on premium finish options that you won't find anywhere else, and features that help you spend less time doing chores and more time doing what matters to you. Now's your chance to save big on select GE appliances. Visit your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus or shop online at appliancewholesalersplus.com.
Hillcrest on the return will get this ball past the 30. It'll be their best starting field position of the night for the Huskies. They trail 28-0, 2:20 here in the first quarter. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson, it is your ideal home and auto paint game of the week right here on ESPN 97.7 as well as Stream. Appreciate all those who make it possible, our sponsors, our personnel, everybody rocking and rolling as the Huskies look to get down to business. Houston loses the ball. It's on the turf, rolling around, and the Tigers closing in. I'm not sure who got back on top of it. I think it'll stay with Hillcrest. No? No, did the Tigers recover?
Looks like Hurricane got on it.
The Hurricanes got it.
They didn't look too excited about it.
I was waiting for the fist pumps and the somersaults and the, but Coach Cowan's got this team disciplined, and for them it's simply business. Give it to the Tigers.
Wow. Yeah, tough.
Big
first half for Hillcrest with the turnovers. And we'll see. I didn't see exactly what happened on that play, but
well, it looked like for a moment that Houston had the football in hand, went to take off with it. I think it was a design quarterback run, and ball just squirted away. Simply got away from him, took an awkward bounce in favor of the Tigers, and that's what you're dealing with here. 28-0. Tigers apparently set to get this football back as these teams meet near the sideline. AT, let's talk about it just a little bit. Your Finlay Subaru keys to the game. We talked a little bit in your Bucks Ace Hardware pregame show. But let's talk about the guys on the saving side of the freeway. They're bringing you the keys to the game. Right now for the Huskies, I mean, what's the key to kind of get back in this one and make something happen? Because the Tigers running rampant at this point in time. We've seen them keep the Logan Grizzlies in check earlier this year, but right now Hurricane, just a lot of wiggle room.
It's almost like, you know, when you're down this much, your head's down, you're kind of like, man, we're getting embarrassed so far. You just need one guy to make a big hit or something to get the sideline revved up. Just one kind of something play. And so far, Hurricane has just been a step quicker in every facet of the game and a step stronger. We'll see if Hillcrest can buckle down here.
Here's Gabriel. The give, left side between the guard and tackle. Nearly off to the races, tripped up from behind. And what seemed to be a touchdown-saving tackle for Ashby out of Hillcrest. What a run there from the Hurricane back. That is number 16, R.J. Allred.
Almost gone. Just got him by a shoelace, grabbed onto his cleat and pulled him down. But penalty on the play will go against Hurricane to negate the big run for Allred. He'll go back 5 yards, or 4 yards from the spot of the penalty.
Allred runs back to the sideline, misses a high five from a coach, has to redirect, turn around, and make sure that he connects on that play as we now gear up for 1st and 15 here. Gabriel back in the gun, flanking him to the left is Clyde. Out by himself is Trump in the receiver spot. McRoberts far out as well. Quick swing pass out. Receiver falls down. Behind that marker, it was McRoberts coming back to the football, and Turf Monster reached up and ripped down McRoberts.
And that's going to kill McRoberts' average per touch tonight because he's at about 25 yards. And that one about a loss for 1 on the catch. And a 2nd and long coming up for Hurricane.
For the Tigers here, we have seen them capable of getting the football downfield. When need be, they're willing to pass with Gabriel. There just hasn't been a lot of reason quite yet to go through the air. So here we go. 2nd down and 14 for the Tigers. Gabriel claps his hands, gets the ball. Blitz incoming, throws right hands a little high for Jacobs. Good read, good idea. I think that pressure forced that football a little higher than intended.
Yeah, maybe had to rush it just a tad. Jacobs almost made a really athletic play going up and getting it, but just a little bit too high. And they'll probably be forced to throw here again for the 2nd straight time. I want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Dixie Chiropractic tonight. Take a time out to Dixie Chiropractic with the most advanced technology and expertise in all of St. George in the field of chiropractic and a proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics.
Gabriel, 3rd down and long. We'll see what the Tigers draw up here. Clyde to his right. Clyde kicks back into the backfield. Gabriel wants to pass. Instead, steps up into the pocket, makes a man miss, has a block on the outside. He's going to dive for the 1st down marker, and I think he's going to be just shy, but a Herculean effort once again from Dylan Gabriel, who's done that a handful of times. He gives heavy pass vibes, tucks the football down, and squirts through the offensive line.
He does a great job of, like you say, selling it, fooling the linebackers, keeping them engaged in their hook zones, and then, boom, burst the other way. And gives them a chance here on 4th and short to convert inside the 25.
And it is 4-down territory for the Tigers. You have a couple different options here. We've seen Clyde up the middle. We've seen McRoberts on the side. Jacobs on the side. You can run a little bit of a sweep if you want. You can run a wide receiver screen. You can plunge it up the middle. You can let Gabriel do what he's done all game long. Options seemingly limitless right now for the Tigers. Hillcrest, a lot of guys with their hand in the dirt. They want to provide some pressure. Gabriel, right side, pummels right into a group of Huskies, and it should be enough for a Fabulous Freddy 1st down, AT, and it's them simply just calling the name of Dylan Gabriel once again.
Love that call for Gabriel, who is showing off his strength and his speed tonight in short yardage situations. It's nice to have a back where you can fake, or a quarterback where you can fake to a running back and then have him be your lead blocker for your quarterback. That gives you an extra man, and Gabriel converts that one with some power. off the right side.
Reminder, last time these teams squared off, the Tigers following a similar script as last year. A loss to Mountain Crest, a loss to Moapa, although the games this year have been much more competitive in terms of balance, but they beat Hillcrest 56-35. Gabriel had 352 total yards in that game. They'll fake to Clyde, give it around to Mick Roberts, waits for a block from his lineman, cuts back inside, and is spun down inside the 5-yard line. A lot of crafty movement there from Mick Roberts.
And it looks like a flag's going to be thrown on Hurricane once again. I think they're going to get a hold on the right side. Flag sitting right around the 24-yard line. So I guess that might be the one thing for Hurricane in this game is just some penalties, even though they've been playing great.
Here and there, and the issue, too, is the penalties, AT, have typically come for the Tigers after a big-time play, right? It's not like a 3-yard gain and there's a holding there. It's them bouncing to the outside, and that can be a byproduct of a hold, absolutely. As we've reached the end of the first quarter, it's the Hurricane Tigers 28, the Hillcrest Huskies 0 on your Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Week here on ESPN 97.7. Quick break. We'll be back with the second. Tigers in control.
There's no better time to bring the timeless quality and dependability of GE appliances to your home than right now with your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Save on premium finish options that you won't find anywhere else, and features that help you spend less time doing chores and more time doing what matters to you. Now's your chance to save big on select GE appliances. Visit your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus or shop online at ApplianceWholesalersPlus.com.
The annual Fill the Bus School Supply Donation Drive is going on now at Findlay Subaru. Take your donations of school supplies, including things like juice boxes, crackers, socks, and underwear, to Findlay Subaru before August 31st and help make a difference for local students. We live in a wonderfully prosperous community, but there's still a significant need for school supplies. Your contributions will fill the bus and fill their hearts. Fill the Bus is brought to you in part by Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash, Handel's Homemade Ice Cream, and your friends at Findlay Subaru. Together, let's drive success for our kids.
Back here at Hurricane High School, the Tigers in front of the hometown faithful with a big-time 28-0 lead. It's coming a variety of different ways. Defense diving on top of loose balls, offense getting it done. The ground game in particular has been special. And here for the Tigers, Jacobs in motion. Gabriel kicks outside. Mick Roberts trying to work off a Jacobs screen. He has it. Mick Roberts turns on the afterburner, sheds a tackle, and he's into the end zone. Hurricane touchdown. I don't see any flags this time, AT.
That was a beautifully set up play where Brody Jacobs comes across the formation on a motion and goes out and pushes out the outside defensive back to the sideline. Good read by Mick Roberts. Cuts it up. He took the full brunt of that tackle right on his thigh pad and didn't even really budge, showing off his lower body strength with another touchdown for the Tigers.
That makes it 34-0 here. PAT pending. Extra points brought to you by St. George Topper. Don't go topless. Get the best selection of shells, covers, and truck accessories as Hutchings up and through, make him 5 for 5 on the night, and the Tigers continue to roll. It took one play here in the second quarter for the Tigers to hit pay dirt. And we'll go ahead and take a break right now. 35-0 here on your Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Week.
Basketball athletes, now's the time to start your preseason speed, power, and vertical jump training program at Intermountain Sports Performance and Nets on Fire. Our all-new velocity-based training program will get you results faster than ever before. Call us at 435-251-2299 to schedule a free training trial and get started today.
Wendy's knows everyone hates cold, soggy fries. That's why at Wendy's, they serve them up hot and crispy every time. Yep, Wendy's means always hot and crispy every single time. So don't risk going somewhere else. With natural skin-on potatoes, every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt every time. Head to your St. George Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a fry day.
HHS, home of the Tigers, 35-0 lead for the home team. as Hutchings sends this one away. It looks like it's going to be returned by Shine Vickers. Vickers waiting for blocks to set up, breaks through the middle, and what a stick coming in out of nowhere for the Tigers and bringing down the ball carrier, rocket number 23 with a big-time hit. That's going to be Karsten Walker.
Nice job there by Walker. Shine Vickers is a player, one of the best athletes on this team for Hillcrest. Pretty good return out near the 30-yard line. Thanks for being with us on our Ideal Home and Paint game of the night. By the way, stay tuned for our Bucks A's Hardware trivia question, which we do in the third quarter. And if you know your Region 9 football and Region 9 football history, you got a chance to win a Bucks A's Hardware gift card a little later on tonight.
Hillcrest looking to answer, 35-0. Here's Houston, tucks that football in the left hand, design quarterback run, left side, and forced out of bounds as we have major contact in the backfield. Winigar, and it looked like Aching going at it. In football play, nothing too crazy, nothing extracurricular, but you love to see the contact and the physicality between these two squads as Houston with a nice game.
That was one of the best runs of the night for Hillcrest. Really good push by Santos Trinidad. He blew up his man. And in the backfield, getting physical as well.
Here's Aching. He's close to the first down marker, wrapped up, spun backwards. Are they going to give him the spot? I think they will. Move it forward for the Hillcrest Huskies. A fabulous Freddy's first down for them. As they're going to run trips right receivers for this Hillcrest team. Ashby in the backfield. Currently next to Houston, and Houston pauses, takes a moment, looks over the sideline to Coach Kaling and company. This is his second year at Hillcrest High. And, well, that'll be why. Looks like we got a flag on the field. Move them forward. Hillcrest will start with this 1st and 5 scenario. Right at about the 45. Let's call it on the 45. Houston drops, looking deep, left hand up and over, and it's intercepted. What a grab from the Tigers safety. I think that's Jacobs.
Brody Jacobs flew up into the clouds, hung there, and fingertip catch for the interception. What a play by Brody.
And what positioning. Jacobs basically was the wide receiver there. He was the one in position to make the grab, make the play, read it beautifully. That football never had a chance, and the Tigers take over with 11:15 here in the second. They lead at 35-0, and that will be their second turnover. They got third. AT. I'm trying to recall. They had the fumble they fell on top of. There's the interception.
I think
another fumble.
2 fumbles.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call it 3 unofficially. We do have some Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 updates for you. Check out all the hot buys every month at Hearst General Store, located in the heart of St. George and Cedar City, open 7 days a week. As flags fly on the play for the Tigers, not much there as they meet up in the middle. Battle in the trenches doesn't go very far. Crimson Cliffs on top of Springville. Last we saw 14-7. The Mustangs leading the Red Devils. We know the size and speed that Springville team has. That's absolutely impressive. Cathedral on top of Snow Canyon, 15-14. I believe you can listen to that game over on KDXU 92.5, our sister station. And on KSUB, Canyon View Cedar, it's the Reds on top of the Falcons in the Battle of Iron County. 13-7 in favor of Cedar. We'll give you more score updates as they come to us. Tooele leading Pineview. It's the Purple Buffaloes 16, the Panthers 14. A lot of football left to be played in that one, second quarter action. And here at Hurricane High, 35-0, Tigers on top of Hillcrest.
The furthest back they've had it, I think, all game in their own territory after the interception, so they got a lot of field to work with.
Here's the give. Jacobs on the right side. Spins back, reverses directions. Wetzel's going to have a play at him, and he rips him down. Excellent tackle from Wetzel as Jacobs trying to make magic happen. And a great interruption there from the Huskies cornerback.
Yeah, trying to make a big play. There was some sort of a mistiming that his first hole was just completely, it was too late for him to get there, so he reversed field, tried to make a great play. I was watching Coach Cowan to see his reaction, if he did something to demonstrably show his distaste for the decision to try to reverse field there, but he was stoic.
AT, you're looking right now, it's 2nd down and 27 for the Tigers. You got the interception from Jacobs, but this was the furthest back they've had to be, and now it's even further back after an excellent tackle from Wetzel. We'll see what the Tigers draw up here. Backs against their own end zone. They're bringing blitz. Wetzel coming down. Gabriel lets him fly. Right sideline, and that's going to be near sideline looking for Jacobs. Jacobs hits the turf. A little action after the ball tumbled to the ground. No flag. And we're going to be looking at 3rd down and 28 upcoming for this Tigers team.
Jacobs just kind of lost where the ball was. He was looking for it a little early and slowed up on his route just a tad, and I think that may have contributed to why it was just a little bit overthrown by Gabriel. We'll see if they go to the air again on 3rd and 27, or if they just want to run it.
Tough spot to be in. You want to be the aggressor. You're up 35-0. You want to be the team that you've been through the entirety of the game, but you don't want to give Hillcrest that momentum play that you talked about in our Finlay Subaru Keys to the Game, something that might help the Huskies feel as if they can get back into this one. Cleats back up against his own end zone. Man in motions, Mick Roberts. Here's the snap to Gabriel. He's going to keep it himself, rolling out to the right. It's a pass. Gabriel fires downfield, middle of the field, looking and too far in front of the man. It looked like he slowed up just a tiny, tiny bit as that ball drops in front of Olavo Fano, and it's incomplete.
What a throw by Gabriel, right? I mean, that was a bomb. And he put it right near the fingertips of Fano, the big fella, streaking down the field. That would have been an amazing play. Just a little out of his reach, but I was impressed by the accuracy of that bomb from Gabriel on 3rd and a mile.
And in the face of pressure, too.
Yeah.
Hillcrest, once again, brings the heat. He's in his own end zone. In those situations, it's easy to make mistakes, lose track of where you're at, try to do something a little extra. As the punt unit out on the field. We have a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. It's Dixie Chiropractic timeout. Quick break, and we'll see the Tigers punt it away up 35-0.
Flynn Companies in St. George provides commercial building services to all of Utah. They bring your vision for the building to life without compromise. Flynn's customers have come to expect innovative solutions backed by unparalleled technical expertise and a disciplined approach to project building. Flynn Companies is a proud booster of the Southern Utah community and has literally helped to build it. Visit flynncompanies.com today.
What's up, Southern Utah? This is Casey Winters from Nets on Fire, where it is always basketball season. The new school year is here, which means basketball season is only a few months away. Get your game on point at Nets on Fire. We have amazing expert trainers ready to work you out in a group or individual training. Hustle over to netsonfire.org to see our full schedule of individual trainings, group trainings, camps, leagues, tournaments, and events. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Beautiful punt out of their own end zone, and it takes a friendly Tigers bounce a little further into Hillcrest territory, and it looks like the Huskies going to set this up right around the 41-yard line.
I'm looking at this Hurricane student section, and this is the type of performance where every boy in the stands now wants to go play on the Hurricane football team, right? Like that's been an issue over the last few years for Hurricane, is getting your best athletes in the school to try out for the team. This is the type of game where it's like tomorrow enlist 20 more kids on the team who now want to play because of the performance you're putting on tonight. We talked about Coach Cowan, his first game here with Hurricane, 5-time state champ at Duchesne, and you can already tell, I know they beat Hillcrest last year as that ball falls incomplete, but you can already tell the difference in the first 3 games. I mean, going back to Mountain Crest, week 2 against Moapa Valley, only losing by 1 point. Last year you got blown out. And now tonight against Hillcrest, they're firing on all cylinders. And I think the people, the fans here at Hurricane are excited about the future for the Tigers.
The atmosphere is once again top-notch, and winning will come along with it. It's definitely a changed vibe out here, and you love to see it for one of the programs, I'd say, in Region 9 that has such a fun and unique history and just an identity of toughness and the ability to just bully things up front. It feels like that era definitely trying to return, and you've had multiple guys who have contributed to that. Coach Cowan currently at the helm, but there are multiple guys who have come through the ranks here that have helped pick this program up, and it seems like they're on the up and up. 35-0 lead for the Tigers. Houston looks over to the sideline at Coach Kaling. And now we'll put Ashby on the right side, running sidecar. Here's the snap. Ashby looks to throw a block. It's a pass from Houston, rolling to right, throwing left. And that pass, that seemed to be on the money. It just took a hard tumble up over the top, and it's going to be incomplete. Christian Sellis, the intended receiver for the Huskies.
Really nice play call. You can see the coaches, after it fell incomplete, frustrated because they dialed it up really well, and it was a well-thrown ball by Houston. Just couldn't squeeze it.
Tough one, too. For right now, Hillcrest kind of rolling out and using the ability to ultimately use Ashby as a blocker. They spring up a little open room for Houston to let that ball rip, and that's probably something we'll see more of here in the near future, AT, is more designed runs such as that. Or designed plays. Obviously, that was not a run. As Hillcrest wants to talk things over one more time, 4th down, punt upcoming. 9:03 on the clock. We'll keep it right here. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Stay tuned for the InfoWest Halftime Show, the internet people, for the fastest internet in southern Utah. Go to Infowest.com. In this game, we've seen a couple of big-time AWP touchdowns. For those of you who are unaware, AWP, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, it's easier than you think to buy direct and save at AWP, the #1 playmakers in the appliance business. Open to the public across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. And speaking of kitchens, the Tigers have been cooking. 35-0. Hurricane on top, 9:03 here in the second. The Huskies set to punt. Assumingly so. I don't think anything's changed over that quick trip over to the sideline. And that will remain the case. A couple of snaps here for Hillcrest have been a little bit low, a little bit wobbly, been in danger of either falling into the hands of Hurricane or being blocked because the punter has to scoop. Same situation. Takes a bounce off the turf. He gets it in time. Good blocking from that special unit as McRoberts fields it. He runs past one Husky by about 2 yards before being bottled up by 2 others. Good special teams there for Hillcrest.
Nice play, like you said, having to field it off the hop. Good kick. And Hurricane will once again have a lot of field to go with. We'll see if they can avoid either a big loss play or a penalty and sustaining a drive here with 8:56 left on our Nets on Fire clock.
Last time we saw the Tigers, they dialed up Fano deep. It was just a slight miscommunication between Gabriel and Fano. It was nearly a big-time play. And they'll go back to Old Faithful. Jacobs on the ground, pushes a lineman forward with that left hand, shifts past another Husky, and he's twirling and diving for a big 8-yard gain.
Kind of domineering move there by Brody Jacobs. Brian Ireland's like, dude, I've been blocking for you all night. Like, have some patience with me. But love the aggression there by Jacobs. Getting it close to another Tiger first down.
This Hurricane offensive line, big-time recognition deserved so far in this one. A multitude of these touchdowns coming due to the fact that they've just had guys putting bodies on bodies, making sure people are blocked, they're contained, no one's there to make a play. Whether it be Ireland, whether it be Titus Tunay, whoever it is. I mean, Hurricanes made big-time plays tonight through and through, but those big guys up front, big-time component to that. Gabriel, 2nd down and short. They'll send McRoberts on the move, and they'll give it to Clyde. Clyde, between the guard and tackle, breaks free. It's a foot race as he runs through the safety. He was going to try to kick it to the right side, but the safety makes an excellent diving tackle right at about that lower leg.
Good to see Clyde get going. He hasn't had huge numbers yet this year, but they need him to and expect him to as we approach region play. And that time showing off his wheels and why he earned that spot as a starting running back this year.
And he was so close to just kicking it one more level over to that far sideline and being gone. A touchdown-saving tackle for Hillcrest. Chose the right pursuit angle, unlike that North Dakota State guy last night. Gabriel pushed as he fires this one outside, incomplete. Looking for out of the backfield, R.J. Allred. Pursuit angle is such a difficult thing to nail down at this level. You see at the collegiate level how difficult they can be at times, and it definitely can be said here at the high school level, the Utah 4A setup as well. And that was a good time tackle. They get an incompletion force there as he kicked out to Allred. Now 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Tigers. It's going to be Allred remaining in the game. To the left side, Dylan Gabriel, 2 receivers to his left. And they'll go the opposite side with Allred, a slow, churning, burning movement on that far sideline. And it's efficient, it's effective. Use whatever you want. The patience will pick up a handful of yards for the Tigers.
Good job by Allred. And I like this Hurricane team. They're not losing, the big guys aren't losing their chip on their shoulder or their steam. They're going at it hard, even though they got a big lead. There was a late flag that popped out over on the far sideline. It looks like it'll go against Hurricane. So once again, another possession where a penalty will kind of derail their progress quite a bit.
AT, I know Hurricane right now, they are looking forward after this game, of course, to getting into region play and seeing what they can do against the Dixie Flyers next week.
Yeah.
You're feeling good about this. Those penalty flags, though, are something that Coach Cowan and company are really going to dial in and look at and say, it might work tonight and it may be no big deal. We cannot afford to do these type of things against a Dixie team, right? And it's all about the focus. You can look at the scoreboard and say, well, they're cruising the rest of the way. No, they're trying to figure out that penalty bug here. Here's Gabriel rolling to his left, spins back, right hand toss up into the air, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. What a grab by the safety for Hillcrest. That is number 21, making the snag, going up high, hitting that second level and pulling it down, and Guillermo Martinez.
Excellent job, because Brody Jacobs did an excellent job turning himself into a defensive player, going up to break up that interception, and Martinez was able to stick the landing and hold on to the ball. And I think Dylan Gabriel was just like, I'm getting pressured here a little bit. I'm just going to wing it as far as I can down the middle of the field, and hopefully Jacobs can come up with it. But Guillermo Martinez made a heck of a play.
For the Huskies, you talk about them needing that big-time play, and things have slowed down. Hurricane was 28-0. The start of the fourth, they scored, and since then, they've had a couple possessions in which the Huskies have forced to stop by the way of punt, but this time it's with the turnovers. Atching trying to get to the outside. Nothing really there as Hurricane closes on the corner again. I think that was Walker.
Excellent job, yeah. Karsten Walker as well as Gage Huntsman on that right side, getting down in there and closing that edge up, man. It's been hard for the Huskies to get around the corners tonight against this Hurricane D.
The receiver closest to us right now for Hillcrest is Jack Bradburn. Here's the snap. He wants to go. Swings it out, and it is dropped on the ground, and it will be ruled incomplete. Forward pass no good as they tried to set up a little wide receiver screen with Bradburn leading the way. Grady Court, the intended receiver. Third down, Hillcrest moving swiftly. Court will go over to the far sideline, 2 on each side for Houston. Houston hands out, running back to his left, tries to draw Hurricane off sides, nothing there, steps back, takes a pause, does everything that he can there to make sure that things are stabilized and good to go. Houston in the gun, takes the snap, drops, 1-2 steps. He's going middle of the field. He's got a man. Making the grab, securing the football is Stout, and a big-time churn and burn. He's up at the 45-yard line. Not only a first down, but the biggest play of the game for Hillcrest.
Wow. Beautiful throw. Awesome route design against that cover 2 right over the middle. Split the safeties and then made a nice move after the catch to avoid a Tiger and get even more yards. Nice job there by Court.
Grady Court with the snag. They've targeted him a couple times on this drive. Houston rolling out, waiting for an Ashby block, gets one, and flags fly immediately as soon as that block landed from Ashby. I don't think it has anything to do with the block, but they happen to coincide with one another.
Yeah, those are 2 refs in sync. That's what the Gene Van Orden loves to see. It will be a hold against Hillcrest.
The Huskies will back up. They found a little bit of wiggle room, got out of their own end zone, drew up a run play, and the big guys up front. We talk about Hurricane right now. They've just been winning that battle in the trenches, and as things start to roll out and roll on, you can see that these guys start to lean on each other a little bit more, and the Tigers continue to have the edge there. First down and long. Houston drops, swings it out, nobody home. He was looking for Atching, and it'll be incomplete. 2 Tigers in the vicinity.
Yeah, just threw it kind of too sharp and behind the receiver on the swing pass. And I thought he had a little bit more time to just allow that route to develop about a split second more and allow the intended receiver to turn around and square up to the ball a little bit for a chance to get to it.
I'd say you're right there, AT. I mean, the run game, Hurricanes defensive front, they've been kind of winning this battle, but pass protection-wise, Houston's had a little bit of time. As this play blown dead, Hurricane burst through. Atching was trying to get to the far side and take it away. No one's hit, no contact, but they will be backing up the Huskies one more time. And this is devastating right now for Hillcrest after your biggest play of the game, back-to-back penalties.
And that time Hurricane sent numbers at him. It was Winiger who went into the backfield on a blitz. And even without the penalty, that would have been a loss for Hillcrest. So it'll remain second down. But Hurricane's been playing a lot of coverage tonight, just sending 3 and dropping 8 in passing situations.
Second down and 25. Houston slings it more towards the middle of the field, has his man in the vicinity of 3 Tigers, and that is enough to make, I won't say a manageable third down, but it's a lot better than 3rd and 25, AT.
Nice job by Tyler Ashby. Strong catch, physical after the catch move there, and by far the most positive possession so far for Hillcrest.
Third down and long. Once again, Hurricane disciplined, at least in terms of avoiding that encroachment penalty. Houston, 2-step drop, and he's got his man middle of the field one more time. And a similar situation, AT. Just when it was 3rd and long, prior to as they've previously done, they're going to find their man in Grady Court for another first down.
The same exact play as before, that same post. And Kayvon Houston getting comfortable this possession, throwing the ball down the field.
Houston now puts Atching on his right side. Trips to the right. Here's Houston, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be on the move, runs past the official, and he's chased down rather quickly after picking up about 5 yards there. In hot pursuit for the Tigers was number 20, Daniel Stout.
And they're going tempo a little bit, trying to keep Houston in a rhythm in kind of a 2-minute scenario, even with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
It might have actually been Parker Hurst on the hit, as Hillcrest will hurry things up, looking for that first down. We're officially under 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Hurricane 35, Huskies nothing, looking for their first score of the game. And they'll be shy of the first down marker one more time, setting up 3rd down and short. What do you draw up here, AT? Put your coaching hat on.
I'd throw it again and tell Houston just to run it.
They'll spread the receivers out, running back to his right. Houston faces back down. Crowd gets loud here at Hurricane High. Dropping, going middle of the field one more time, and another grab and nearly into the end zone. They'll give it to him for the score. That ball seemed to pop loose after the play. Instead, they're saying that Stephen Hoskins had reached across the goal line and planted that ball firmly into the turf, and that was a pretty quick call. Hillcrest with the score.
And they found a play that they liked that time to Hoskins on a post, and it worked 3 times that possession. Well-delivered ball by Houston. He had an awesome drive. And Hillcrest is on the board.
Good receiving there. We saw from Hoskins for the touchdown. We saw crucial first downs picked up by Grady Court. And now the Huskies with a little bit of momentum. They didn't only score there, but they took the football down basically the entirety of the field, AT, and scored from there. So it was a confidence-inspiring drive as the extra points up and through. Hillcrest on the board, 35-7 in favor of the Tigers. They'll have 3:35 here in the second to answer back after this break.
Ready to say goodbye to pain and hello to a healthier you? Dixie Chiropractic has your back. Unwind with decompression and laser therapy. It's like a spa day for your spine. Kick arthritis and inflammation to the curb with PRP and ozone therapy. And tackle chronic pain head on with Calmari therapy. Finally, relief that lasts. At Dixie Chiro, Dr. Ward Wagner and our team blend cutting-edge tech with compassionate care, ensuring you feel your best. Call Dixie Chiro at 435-673-1443 and live life pain-free.
DixieChiro.com. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find a helpful face. Someone welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. At Bucks Ace, we exist to help others, and you can see it in our faces.
Hi, I'm Tomas. I work at Bucks Ace in Santa Clara. Please come visit me at the helpful place for a VIP customer service experience.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Back at Hurricane High School, it was the Huskies who got into the rhythm of things there. Marching all the way down the field. I think they started with that ball at their own 5. Was that right? Right around there.
Yeah.
And it was just a dominant drive from Hillcrest, and it all came off the hands necessarily of Kayvon Houston, who got things done, put the team on his shoulders, had a couple great balls to court, and then finds Stephen Hoskins for the first Huskies AWP touchdown of the game. And now they'll try to get it done on the defensive side one more time, possibly create a little bit of chaos going into the break. Mick Roberts waits for blocks to set up, and they do so. Mick Roberts turns on the afterburners on the sideline, and he's finally forced out of bounds by the kicker himself. But another excellent return into Hillcrest territory.
His special team numbers are going to be amazing tonight. Mick Roberts on his returns. Great job by the kicker, Will Rogers, grabbing a piece of his jersey and flinging him out of bounds. But Hurricane, pretty good field position once again, trying to add to their 35-7 lead as we are approaching halftime.
And to start the second quarter, Hurricane scored. Very first play, wasted no time, and they've been stuck at 35 since. We've seen the Tigers and what they've done offensively. I don't think that's gone away, but Hillcrest has adapted defensively, and right now the Tigers will try to break a little bit of that confidence here. The Huskies look like they want to send some pressure. Gabriel in the gun. They're going to send Mick Roberts in motion, and he'll get the football. Working off that left tackle, another block. Mick Roberts splits through. He breaks a tackle. Are they going to get there? They won't. Touchdown, Mick Roberts. And just when Hillcrest had some momentum, Mick Roberts tucks them in and lays them to bed.
Holy cow, Austin McRoberts having an epic night for the Tigers. We see the burst, the breakability of tackles, and the finishing. Mick Roberts, man, kind of burst onto the scenes last week against Moapa Valley, had over 100 yards rushing, over 100 yards receiving, and he's going to have, I don't know how many yards tonight at the end of this one.
A lot.
And he was our Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch player tonight for Hurricane, and he's paying that off huge.
And when Hurricane scores, they tend to do so quickly. Extra point up and through. No misses for Hutchings tonight. 42-7. Hurricane now continues to add on to the lead. It's a 35-pointer here at H-Town. Quick break. We'll be back with the end of the second quarter.
Power your adventure with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It has the rugged versatility of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 8.3 inches of ground clearance. It's the most advanced Subaru ever with the latest safety technology and zero emission. The 2024 Subaru Solterra. Love is electric. Come take a test drive and get 0% interest in 72 months at Findlay Subaru in St. George on the savings side of the freeway. Or shop online at FindlaySubaru.com or at 1453 Sunland Drive and feel the love at Findlay Subaru.
Mick Roberts with another score and go through the offense for this Hurricane team, AT, and you'd be hard-pressed to find someone, a primary ball carrier, a primary receiver who has not got their hands on the football and gotten into the end zone here tonight. It's been a dominant offensive showing from this Hurricane team, putting up 42. They put up 56 in this last game alone. They're well on pace to break that. Hillcrest, solid return, past the 30, pushed down and right around the 32 is where the Huskies will get their start. And I know Hurricane just scored, but we saw a little bit of life from Kayvon Houston and company last time out.
See if they can continue with that momentum. That was a good return once again by Christian Sellis. And if I'm Hillcrest, I'm going back to that post route, from that left side. It's worked 3 times.
Well, we've seen them try to kick out on these little out passes, right, trying to run these screens, and Hurricane snuffed those out pretty well. But that middle of the field, that is where they've had their bit of success, is working there with Court, working there with Hoskins. We'll see if they go right back to it, as you mentioned. 3 minutes, 10 seconds, 42-7. They'll fake to the back. Houston keeps it himself and tumbles over Winiger for a solid pickup there. They'll start this drive with a nice little quarterback option as he keeps it and pushes forward.
Good run. He had Gage Huntsman coming down on him. He made the right read, but then they sent an extra linebacker off the right edge, and he avoided Huntsman somehow and made a really nice run there.
2nd down and 3. Houston in the gun. Ashby to his left. They're going to swing Ashby out, look his direction, and before anything can go down, flag flies. And we talk about some of the penalties we've seen against Hurricane tonight that have slowed down some momentum. Hillcrest also in a similar situation there.
Yeah, procedure penalty. And you're right, the tempo kind of gets screwed up. You're making positive plays. That's the last thing you want to happen.
2nd down and 3, turns to 2nd and 13. Houston kicks, and that ball right off the hands of Court falls to the turf, incomplete. And that'll make it 3rd down and 13. A nice run to start this drive for the Huskies has quickly unfurled into, more than 10 yards to go for the 1st down marker. We'll see what they draw up. The middle of the field's typically worked best. You would imagine Coach Cowan and company have made adjustments to what they used to pick up a 1st down 2 times on their previous drive. Houston, hard count, nothing there. Hurricane has stayed disciplined on that defensive line all throughout the night. They got 3 with hands down. Here's the snap. They'll send 5. Houston has time, steps up, and he's intercepted. Picked off. Working is, I believe, Hurst with the interception. And he's going to go down right at the 50, pulled down by Ashby.
Parker Hurst just a ghost in the middle. Great pressure. They sent it off the edge. Drew Larson coming off that left edge, like you said, sending in 5 at Houston. And Hurricane gets another turnover with plenty of time to add to their lead here before half.
2:21. And considering Hurricane has touchdowns scored in 1 play, in 2 plays, in this first half, it's not hard to imagine 2 minutes, 21 seconds is ample time on your Nets on Fire clock. 42-7, Tigers on top. Jacobs gets the give. Jacobs rolling off a guard. Jacobs is going to have room. He's going to kick back to the inside of the field and tripped up once he gets into the red zone itself, down right around the 18-yard line. And what a move and an explosive burst from Jacobs one more time.
Excellent job by the O-line. Alavao Fano, who's kind of the U-back in there, making plays down the field. There will be a timeout on the field, brought to you by Dixie Chiropractic. We're going to keep it here to shout out some of our sponsors, as Hurricane once again is in the Flynn Roofing red zone. Flynn Roofing and Flynn Companies is a proud booster of Southern Utah and has literally helped to build it. You'll see Flynn Roofing and Flynn Companies involved in a lot of the construction at Utah Tech, SUU, commercial buildings all around Southern Utah. Check out Flynn Roofing, FlynnCompanies.com today. FlynnCompanies.com, a proud supporter of local athletics here in Southern Utah.
You're staying tuned for the Info West halftime show upcoming, as well as the 3rd quarter, AT. We got Bucks Ace trivia question. And who picked the trivia question tonight? Did you do it? Did Larry do it? Who came up with it?
Oh, Larry always does it.
Oh, Larry does?
That's why they're always horrible.
Well, stick around, and you will have an opportunity to win a little special something out to Bucks Ace. Power tools, grills, best gun department. Bucks locations at Dino Crossing, St. George, Santa Clara, and Hurricane. Almost watched a student go down on these bleachers. They're dangerous to climb. He's okay. Kicking it out is RJ. Oh, no, that's Jacobs. Jacobs shakes, bakes, and he's inside the 5-yard line. Nearly scored there, and that's just crafty movement throughout. Ducking to the left, dipping to the right, and getting down deep into Hillcrest territory.
Been impressed with Jacobs. Been impressed with everybody. I mean, everybody's eating tonight for Hurricane. We'll see who they want to go with from the 3-yard line for a chance to get to pay dirt.
Yeah, it's been a while since Dylan Gabriel's kept it himself, right? You have that in your back pocket if you're the Hurricane Tigers. It's just so tough. You line Jacobs up over the left side. You line McRoberts up over the right. You send Trump out on the far side. He has a touchdown reception here tonight as well. And then you got Clyde, who can pummel up the middle with like nobody else. So you got about 5 options here. Here's the give to Jacobs, and he is going to tiptoe into the end zone for another score. A play call so nice that I got a lot of us kind of slowed up on where that football actually went. Jacobs, somebody at his ankles fighting to bring him down. That's not going to do it, and that's another score for the Hurricane Tigers.
Love that play. That's what, Hurricanes lived on that play for a long time. The kind of counter crossfire play. Jacobs going around confusing linebackers, and he got to waltz into the end zone for another score.
Another score is right, AT. Multiple guys on this Hurricane team tonight with not one, not two, but you got a couple scores from each. This extra point, and heavily contested, doesn't matter. Hutchings knocks it up and through, and that'll make it 49-7 with 1:29. They got the ball with 2:21 on the clock. And they didn't even need a full minute before the Tigers get into the end zone. Hurricane 49, Husky 7. Quick break.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find a helpful face. Someone welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. At Bucks Ace, we exist to help others, and you can see it in our faces.
Hi, I'm Tomas. I work at Bucks Ace in Santa Clara. Please come visit me at the helpful place for a VIP customer service experience.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's fabulous.
So fabulous.
Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash.
Want your car sparkling clean and to save big on gas? Now you can go unlimited for as low as $20 a month. That's right, get your unlimited car wash pass and save 20 cents per gallon on gas. But wait, it gets even better. The higher the wash package, the more you save. Up to 40 cents per gallon every time. Don't miss out on these incredible savings. Fabulous Freddy on River Road or North Bluff in St. George. Go unlimited today.
Get ready. Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
Shine Vickers on the return. Up near the 30-yard line is where the Huskies will once again deploy their offensive attack. Had a nice drive a little while ago. The second one started out pretty strong before penalties ultimately undid this Hillcrest squad. And with their 2-minute drill, well under 2-minute drill on the table, we'll see what Kayvon Houston and company can dial up. You're going to have Ashby on the side closest to us, as well as Christian Sellis. And that's going to put Court and company on the other side. They'll move Sellis back to the far sideline. Trips left there. Here's Houston. Give to Atching. Atching inside, cuts to the right side, back into the middle, and will pick up a couple yards before Hurricane scoops him up and drives him backwards. The forward progress should give him about a 5-yard pickup, AT.
See how aggressive they are on a 2-minute drill opportunity, throwing the ball down the field after that interception. I say wing it. I mean, you've had some success 2 series ago throwing the ball down the field a little bit. It looks like they're content to just let the clock roll, which I'm surprised by.
I am too, especially because they did find something in the middle, as you mentioned. Try that again, go deep. I mean, it's a scenario where what do you have to lose? Houston to Atching. Nope, keeps it himself, pulls it out of Atching's chest, goes to the left side, and he's going to run into a Tiger after picking up the first down. We'll see if that first down does enough to encourage Hillcrest to maybe take a shot downfield.
Yeah, it looks like they might be up in their urgency here just a tad. They're not using a timeout, but they're back up to the line.
22, 21, 20. And here is the give to Atching, who has done a solid job these last couple carries, weaving and bobbing in and out, picking up some positive yards for this Husky team, but that might be the last play we see.
Man, I don't understand. You're moving the ball. I don't understand why you're not trying to make the most out of that last minute, trying to score, but I don't know. I don't know the thinking there.
Instead, the clock winds down. No try at the end zone prior to the half, and that's going to make it Hurricane 49, Hillcrest 7 on your ideal home and paint game of the week. Halftime break coming at you. Then the Info West halftime show, where we're going to give you some Wilkinson statistics, Wilkinson scoring review, look at some of the big-time plays in this contest tonight, as well as some Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 updates. Good ones going on throughout the region. A lot of teams on the road. We'll get you covered there. Quick break. We'll be back with the Info West halftime show. It's the Tigers 49, Huskies 7.
What's up, Southern Utah? This is Casey Winters from Nets on Fire, where it is always basketball season. The new school year is here, which means basketball season is only a few months away. Get your game on point at Nets on Fire. We have amazing expert trainers ready to work you out in a group or individual training. Hustle over to netsonfire.org to see our full schedule of individual training, group training, camps, leagues, tournaments, and events. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hi,
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at wewininjurylaw.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
See Hearst first and refresh your home with Ace's Red Hot Pies. Check out the Ace Paint Collection with durability for everyday life. Save $2 on Kills Primer, and select Rust-Oleum Spray Paint is 2 for $13. Switch out that air filter with buy 3, get 1 free savings. And buy more, save more on cleaning supplies for every part of your home. Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
That's not good.
What?
Yep, your car's broken.
Oh, come on.
But we can fix it and get you back on the road quickly.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Pro Auto Care in St. George can handle anything under the hood of your Honda, Acura, Toyota, and Lexus. From oil changes to major repairs, quality work at an affordable price. Check them out at yourproautocare.com. That's yourproautocare.com.
Wendy's knows everyone hates cold, soggy fries. That's why at Wendy's, they serve them up hot and crispy every time. Yep, Wendy's means always hot and crispy every single time. So don't risk going somewhere else. With natural skin-on potatoes, every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Every time. Head to your St. George Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a Friday.
I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. Lighting is the jewelry for the home. Here at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, we go to every effort to find the latest and greatest new ideas and styles in decorative lighting. You may find it interesting, but we really do get excited about great lighting. We've recently returned home from the latest lighting trade show, where we found a number of exciting pieces. Those items have been arriving and the showroom is filling up with fantastic new ideas that will make the statements you've been searching for. Come on in and get excited about lighting with us and see what's new. Wilkinson's, 88 East, 1160 South.
It's fabulous.
So fabulous. Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash.
Want your car sparkling clean and to save big on gas? Now you can go unlimited for as low as $20 a month. That's right, get your unlimited car wash pass and save 20 cents per gallon on gas. But wait, it gets even better. The higher the wash package, the more you save. Up to 40 cents per gallon every time. Don't miss out on these incredible savings. Fabulous Freddy on River Road or North Bluff in St. George. Go unlimited today.
Get ready. Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
You're listening to the Info West Halftime Show. Got a lightning fast look at the first half stats, big plays, and scores from around the region.
It is the Info West Halftime Show here at Hurricane High School. Andy Thompson, Rustin Burnside, bringing you the action right here on ESPN 97.7. And AT, we talk about progress amongst these programs. We know teams like Hurricane, like Cedar, are pulling themselves up and rising through the ranks on a year-to-year basis. It's incredible to see a change in just a shift, right, in attitude and atmosphere and what they're able to bring to the table. Let's just compare Hurricanes last year, 2-9 team, 0-6 in region play. Now, the records got off to a similar start. Lost to Mountain Crest, lost to Mowappa, but the games have been such a night and day difference. Competitive against Mountain Crest. Nearly walked away with that victory against the Pirates in Overland, whatever, that place in between Las Vegas where the Pirates reside. And then here tonight, they put up 56 points against the Huskies last year. They're at 49 here at the break. It's the Tigers 49, the Huskies 7. And just give me your snap judgment here on what we've been able to see here at Hurricane High.
Just a different level. These two teams are, I know they blew them out last year, but Hillcrest put up some points last
35,
year.
yeah.
That's not the case right now. They've only got 7. So Hurricane is playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of motivation. They're sharp. I know they've had some penalties, but they've got playmakers that are making big plays for them. And not just in the Hillcrest game, but over the last couple games, they've been putting up points and throwing the ball down the field. And, tonight everybody's a playmaker, but I've been impressed in the first 2.5 games so far this season with the instant difference from one year to the next. So I think Hurricane fans have got a lot to be excited for, not just for the future, but for the rest of this game and the rest of this season, to where they'll I think, be able to compete a little bit better in Region 9 this year.
Well, things started off for the Tigers, their very first drive of the game. It took them 2 plays, a nice run by Dylan Gabriel up that far sideline to pick up about 13 yards, and then Austin McRoberts, 46 yards off the sweep. That was touchdown number 1. Touchdown number 2 came a couple minutes later in the form of Brody Jacobs after a fumble from Kayvon Houston, the signal caller for the Huskies. Brody Jacobs went 14 yards off a pass from Dylan Gabriel to make it 14-0. Later on in the first, C.J. Trump using a nice little curl route in the end zone, coming back to the football. Gabriel can kind of kick it out to the left of him or fire downfield. He goes downfield for about 16 yards. Trump with the reception and score. Gabriel a passing touchdown number 2. 2:27 in the first quarter. It's 21-0. Connor Clyde, 1-yard touchdown plunge up the middle for H-Town. That would make it 28-0. And then right to start the second quarter, Austin McRoberts, call his name one more time. 30-yard pass from Dylan Gabriel. He goes to work, makes Huskies miss, and he's into the end zone one more time. But his night wouldn't be done. Stephen Hoskins will get a 26-yard pass from Kayvon Houston for a Hillcrest score to make it 35-7. And then McRoberts' very next possession, first play in a heartbeat, 46 yards, dashes the Huskies' hopes of really trying to get back into this one. And then right before half, Brody Jacobs, 3 yards. We witnessed it right here, AT, on a beautiful little counter play from the Tigers, and that's 49-7. That is your Wilkinson's scoring breakdown, brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, where they encourage you to light it up. Region 9. Since 1946, Wilkinson's House of Lighting has been a fan of all Southern Utah sports. Lights, fans, fixtures, contractors, and homeowners, always welcome at Wilkinson's. And AT, your scoring summary, man, it's hard to remember everyone who's got into the end zone, but if you target Jacobs, you target McRoberts, and you target Dylan Gabriel, those are your big-time culprits, with a little mix-in from a Connor Clyde and C.J. Trump.
Yeah, fantastic. All those guys have been horses tonight, and it's been runs off the edge. It's been counter plays. It's been Dylan Gabriel in short yardage situations, following his blockers through the hole and spinning off tackles and running through tackles. And I've been impressed with all the runners tonight for Hurricane not going down by first contact. They're bursting through, and I think Coach Cowan's got to be proud of that. And that's, one of the things is we're talking about the runners, but the offensive line has been great. They've been getting on linebackers. They've been pushing people around, and a big part of that is the commitment to the weight room in the offseason. I feel like that's been a big thing for Coach Cowan this summer, has been the weight room. And we're seeing it tonight, so I'm excited. I'm excited for Hurricane football. We're going to take a break here, Birdsey, and we're going to dig into something here. But when we come back, we're going to give you some more Hearst Ace Hardware updates, right, from around Region 9?
Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 updates, other games going on tonight. Crimson Cliff Springville, you're going to want to hear what's happening between the Mustangs and the Red Devils, a team we're familiar with based on how they played Dixie. Quick break. We'll be back, and we'll give you those Region 9 rundowns.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
See Hearst first and refresh your home with Ace's Red Hot Buys. Check out the Ace Paint Collection with durability for everyday life. Save $2 on Kills Primer, and select Rust-Oleum Spray Paint is 2 for $13. Switch out that air filter with buy 3, get 1 free savings. And buy more, save more on cleaning supplies for every part of your home. Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
That's not good.
What?
Yep, the car's broken.
Oh, come on.
But we can fix it and get you back on the road quickly.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Pro Auto Care in St. George can handle anything under the hood of your Honda, Acura, Toyota, and Lexus. From oil changes to major repairs, quality work at an affordable price. Check them out at yourproautocare.com. That's yourproautocare.com.
Wendy's knows everyone hates cold, soggy fries. That's why at Wendy's, they serve them up hot and crispy every time. Yep, Wendy's means always hot and crispy every single time. So don't risk going somewhere else. With natural skin-on potatoes, every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Every time. Head to your St. George Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a Friday.
I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. Lighting is the jewelry for the home. Here at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, we go to every effort to find the latest and greatest new ideas and styles in decorative lighting. You may find it interesting, but we really do get excited about great lighting. We've recently returned home from the latest lighting trade show, where we found a number of exciting pieces. Those items have been arriving, and the showroom is filling up with fantastic new ideas that will make the statements you've been searching for. Come on in and get excited about lighting with us and see what's new. Wilkinson's, 88 East, 1160 South.
What's up, Southern Utah? This is Casey Winters from Nets on Fire, where it is always basketball season. The new school year is here, which means basketball season is only a few months away. Get your game on point at Nets on Fire. We have amazing expert trainers ready to work you out in a group or individual training. Hustle over to netsonfire.org to see our full schedule of individual training, group training, camps, leagues, tournaments, and events. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at wewininjurylaw.com.
InfoWest, the Internet people, are proud to be your local Internet provider. Being local means supporting our community. As InfoWest celebrates 30 years of business, we want to introduce you to one of our friends.
Hi, I'm Kylie Field from the Women's Business Center of Utah, and I'm excited to invite you to our 6th annual Exploring Possibilities Conference. Join us on September 5th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in Cedar City. Don't miss this inspiring event. Register now at wbcutah.org. We hope to see you there.
There's no better time to bring the timeless quality and dependability of GE appliances to your home than right now with your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Save on premium finish options that you won't find anywhere else, and features that help you spend less time doing chores and more time doing what matters to you. Now's your chance to save big on select GE appliances. Visit your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus or shop online at appliancewholesalersplus.com.
Wendy's knows everyone hates cold, soggy fries. That's why at Wendy's, they serve them up hot and crispy every time. Yep, Wendy's means always hot and crispy every single time. So don't risk going somewhere else. With natural skin-on potatoes, every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt every time. Head to your St. George Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a fry day.
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at wewininjurylaw.com.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paint.
Live at Hurricane High School, it's your Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Week. Rustin Burnside, Andy Thompson bringing you all the action, and it's the Hurricane Tigers well on their way to win number 1 this year in impressive fashion. They hold a 49-7 lead over the Hillcrest Huskies, and they're getting ready to run through the banner. It says Tiger territory, and then red and black. Okay, I thought it said red hot, but red and black, the colors the Tigers are sporting tonight. AT, let's go to you for some Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 updates, scores around the region here tonight.
Yeah, appreciate Hearst Ace helping us bring you some scores. Some surprising, Rustin. Let's start with Crimson Cliffs. Last I saw up at Springville, they were up 21-7 in that game. We saw Springville. They seemed kind of unbeatable, right? Week 1?
Giants. I mean, amongst much smaller giants is basically what Springville was, AT. And the Mustangs, it's a team that if you look at their record alone, you're like, oh, Crimson Cliffs, it's a down year. fact is, they changed a lot of guys out. They kind of got off to a slow start against Morgan, but that loss against Bingham showed you they can hang with the big boys. And here tonight, that seems like a big-time exclamation point.
Yes, 21-14 now, it looks like, at half. Crimson with the lead. Pineview trailing Tooele on the road, 24-14. Dixie down 35-0 to Park City. Cedar up 20-7 against Canyon View at Cedar. Battle for the pride of Iron County, and Cedar with the 2-score lead at home. Let's see here, buddy. Desert Hills 15, Centennial 15 on the road in Nevada. Cathedral up 25-14 on Snow Canyon. So those are your scores, brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. We'll continue to give you those throughout the rest of this one here at Hurricane High School.
And you can listen to Snow Canyon Cathedral over on KDXU 92.5. Andy Griffin on the call over there, as well as the Battle of Iron County. Cedar.
I don't know why you'd want to leave this game, but during the breaks, you can go over there.
That's right. That's right. KSUB, Cedar, and Canyon View on our sister station as well up there in Cedar City between the Reds and Falcons. But right here, right now on ESPN 97.7, it's the Hurricane Tigers, Hillcrest Huskies 49-7 in favor of H-Town. Teams getting back into their warm-ups, AT. You've been in the locker room. You've had your motivational speech. You're doing your high knees right now, getting ready for what should be a good time second half through and through.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, hyped up.
Are you doing your high knees?
I think with Hillcrest, I was surprised how they ended that first half because they had the scoring possession. Then their next possession, they were kind of moving it. Then they threw the pick. So good job by Hurricane buckling down there and changing something on that post pattern to get the interception. But then they had the ball with about a minute left and were kind of moving it, but they were just like, we're going to let the clock run out. So I hope in the second half they come out and have some fight and some tenacity and like we're going for it here. We're going to keep throwing the ball. We're going to keep going with what's working. We're not looking to drain the clock, even though the clock will be running continuously. But we'll see if Hurricane, another part for Hurricane is the future of the team. We know the Stars had a great first half. We'll see how much of the younger guys get chances. And a lot of the team that are star players are young themselves, right? Sophomores and juniors. But we'll see if some new guys who are even younger and have less experience get a chance to come in and play a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, watching kind of what they got going on here on the sidelines, you see Gabriel, helmet off, at his feet. He's warming up. He's getting loose. He and the backup quarterback there sharing a little bit of love in terms of bombing that football. It's Ryan Borchardt. And he's got his helmet on, strapped up. It may be too soon here to know, but Gabriel helmet off, something to keep an eye on if Hurricane feels comfortable sending out all starters one more time, if they're going to let some of these guys get in. It still feels probably too early in the ball game to necessarily probably empty out everything, and maybe not. 49-7, that's pretty comfortable, especially if you trust your defense as much as you do. We'll see who the Tigers trot out on their first offensive drive and even defensive drive here. It's going to go in the direction of, I think Hillcrest will receive here to open up the second half.
Thanks for being with us. Our Ideal Home and Paint game of the night. Thrilled to have Ideal Home and Paint back as our title sponsor for all Region 9 athletics, from football all the way through the spring sports season. Appreciate them. They've been a booster of local athletics in Southern Utah since 1975. Your locally owned and operated paint store in Southern Utah. The Odette family, who have a history of being a part of Region 9 athletics, with Ray Odette Sr., longtime coach at Dixie High, Ray Odette Jr., the quarterback at Dixie High back in the day, Dan Odette, coach over at Dixie for the last several years, and proud to be bringing you Region 9 football once again tonight with Hurricane putting it on Hillcrest as we start the second half.
And here's the kick. It is returnable for Hillcrest. Down around the 30, gets a block, cutting back into the middle of the field, trying to spin out of a Tiger tackle. Unable to do so is going to be Shine Vickers. And solid enough return will give the Huskies ammunition to start this drive in the third quarter, trailing 49-7.
Great job by Vickers. I'd like to see them try to get him some opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. One of their, I think, best athletes on this team as Hillcrest comes out. We'll see if they want to keep aerating it down the field, allowing Houston to put it to the air, come out, and it looks like a two-back set here.
No changes made other than the two-back set as Kayvon Houston gives to one of the tailbacks. That's Ashby. We haven't seen a whole awful lot of him, and I think the ball's on the turf. The ball's on the turf, and the Tigers have it. They're celebrating. At least they say they have it. We'll wait for the official call.
Wow. I mean, I was just about to say, oh, look at Hillcrest with a positive first play, just running the ball, a new formation with a couple of backs and a crossfire action, and a ball torn out, and another turnover for Hurricane.
There it is, the Tigers. That should be forced turnover number 4 on the night, AT. No, number 5. I forgot about that interception as well. The Tigers defense getting it done, and it is Gabriel and company back out onto the field. They know their time might likely be short if they get into the end zone. But once again, 56 points scored against this Hillcrest team last year. You're at 49 right now with basically 11 minutes on the clock. The clock is continuously running at this point of the ball game. Gabriel in the gun. Clyde to his right. Sending the man in motion and getting the football is once again Mick Roberts. Mick Roberts working on that right side. Breaks a tackle. Slips past another in some way, somehow. Just when you think he's about to go down, he turns it into 10 more yards.
Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like there's Huskies all around him, and he's just shooting through the seams, bobbing, weaving, avoiding contact, going through contact for another big gain and a fabulous Freddy's first down. As the fans get rowdy, they got the horns out tonight, their shirts off, and they're ready to party at that Taco Bell after this game, as are you and I. Actually, we're going to Wendy's. Never mind.
Yeah. No,
we gotta go to Wendy's.
You talked about the Wendy's starters, and you've had me sold since. I could use a Baconator right now, no doubt about it. Gabriel in the gun, fakes to Clyde, gives to Mick Roberts. Mick Roberts shimmies around a Husky, breaks another tackle. No, this is Jacobs. Jacobs all the way down to the 5. They switch directions on me, AT, and it's Jacobs, Mick Roberts. It doesn't matter who gets the football tonight. It's always been a big-time positive play for this Hurricane squad.
Two-headed monster. Both of the wings are running the ball like crazy. And yards after contact has been huge for both of those guys.
Jacobs a couple rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. Mick Roberts a couple touchdowns of his own accord. Competing to see who ends up with the most after tonight's action. Apparently, here's your other trip into the red zone for the Tigers. They've been very successful in the Flynn Roofing red zone. Gabriel claps his hands, gives to Clyde. Clyde bounces off a tackle, and he's pushed near the goal line by his own teammate. He was wrapped up by a Husky. He had a teammate come from behind and help move him forward, and they'll mark him just shy of the touchdown. Personnel changes being made. Gabriel comes to the sideline. We have one Husky a little slow to get up. He'll trot back. Hopefully everything's okay there. And now Hurricane will take a little bit of time to... It looked like they were headed to the sideline to talk to Coach Cowan. Instead, they march back out there. Clock continues to move. Down to 9 minutes already here in the third. Hurricane looking for about their 4th exclamation point of this ball game. Gabriel. Couple steps behind the center. Clyde next to him, takes the snap. They fake to Clyde, give to Mick Roberts, and he will go untouched into the end zone for a Hurricane score. Mick Roberts, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4.
Wow.
4 tutties.
Wow.
And I'm gonna be emphatic about that. It might still end up being 3, but I'm pretty sure that's touchdown number 4.
Amazing.
Larry, get on that. Check that out. How many touchdowns is that for Austin McRoberts?
Just keeps blowing it up. Way to go for McRoberts.
Yep, that's number 4. Thanks, Larry. Extra point up and through. Hutchings has been clutch tonight from that PAT area. Brought to you by St. George Topper. Don't go topless. And that makes it 56-7 with 8:12 in the third. The Tigers have scored as much as they did against this team last year at the end of the fourth quarter. Tigers up 56-7. Quick break.
Feeling held back by pain? It's time to discover Dixie Chiropractic, where we're all about making life extraordinary. Whether you need to recover from a car accident or if you're just tired of chronic pain, we're here to help you live your best life. We don't just treat symptoms, we get to the root of the issue. Dr. Ward Wagner and his team use cutting-edge methods to ensure your journey to wellness is as effective as it is compassionate. Visit DixieChiro.com or call Dixie Chiro at 435-673-1443 to live life pain-free.
DixieChiro.com. Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at WeWinInjuryLaw.com.
Shine Vickers continues to rack up solid returns here on the kickoffs. Welcome back to Hurricane High, your ideal home and paint game of the week. Very few home games in region this week, AT. One of your last weeks of the preseason before we get into Region 9 play. Hurricane, one of them. Snow Canyon, of course, one of them. Cedar is at home as well. But we do know that Crimson Cliffs was on the road. Desert Hills was on the road. Dixie, home also against Park City. As Kayvon Houston and the Huskies start this drive, it's going to be a run up the gut. And last time they did that, this was Aching. Last time they went with Ashby, he had a great pickup of about 9 yards. That ball squirted out. Hurricane recovered. And that's how we have our 56-7 score that you see now. Houston, two backs, one to his right, one to his left. Here's the give. Fake to Ashby. Houston keeps it himself, and he plunges through the middle of the line. Another solid pickup, and that's going to make it third down and short right now for Hillcrest, who are trying to fine-tune the aspects of this run game.
Stay tuned for the Bucks Ace Hardware trivia question. We'll give it to you after this next play. If you get it right, you get a Bucks Ace Hardware gift certificate.
Excited about that one, AT. I know it's going to be high quality. Always difficult. Here's the give. Ching has the first down. And I was going to say a little bit more, but Hurricane did a great job of swarming to the carrier. They rip him back beyond the line of scrimmage. His forward progress is enough, though, to give Hillcrest a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Fuel it up. Wash it down with our friends at Fabulous Freddy's. It's not just car washes they do. Detailing as well, which can be massive. It can be hard to find a detailer here in St. George that just does a good job and really at a solid cost. Here's Houston. Under pressure. They're going to send heat. Houston has to roll out. In hot pursuit are the Tigers, and he picks up maybe 3 yards before he's hurled out of bounds. Getting in the backfield and causing a little bit of chaos there for this Hurricane team was number 88, who has a sack this year already. I do know that. But that is going to be Armando Barrientos.
Great job by Barrientos.
Second down and 5. Facing the Hillcrest Huskies. Right about midfield. Here's the give. Ashby tumbling to the left side. And that's another solid gain for the big running back. That marker was knocked down right around that area. Not enough for the first down. They won't move the chains, but it's going to make it third down and short for Hillcrest. The run game right now has kind of been the Huskies' calling card. It's been a while, I feel, since we've seen Kayvon Houston drop back and let it fly, AT. Here's Houston. He's going to roll to the left, waiting off an Aching block. Has that block, and he squirts down the left sideline for a good handful of yards there. It's a first down and then some.
Yeah, I like the fight that Houston is playing with. All right, here is the Bucks Ace Hardware trivia question. We know that the record in the state of Utah for 100-yard games in a season is from East High's Jalen Warren, who's now in the NFL. But the 4th most 100-yard games in a season for a running back was by a Hurricane Tiger back in 2008. He had 1,100-yard games back in 2008. Text us the name of that Hurricane Tiger, 435-900-3776. 900-3776. That trivia question brought to you by Bucks Ace Hardware. If you're a diehard Hurricane fan, who was the running back in 2008 who had 11 games where he rushed for 100 yards or more? 900-3776 for a chance to win a Bucks Ace Hardware gift certificate.
Last play, Ah-Ching up the left side. A couple yards. They're going to send a man in motion. Houston wants to pass here. He's forced out of the pocket. He's going to toss one up, going to the end zone, has a man down there, and it is incomplete. Pass interference flag will fly late, or you can only assume it may be for pass interference. That was such a bang play, AT, as you had the defender run right through the receiver oncoming, but the ball was there right about the same time the cornerback was
It was an
there.
incredible recovery. I mean, the receiver is waiting, catching the ball almost like it was a punt, and the defensive back sprinted and got in the way of the ball, so it hit him in the back. And to me, Nathan Swap did a great job recovering back there. As soon as it hits the defender, it doesn't matter if he then makes contact with the receiver, especially now there's no face guarding penalty, right? So I could see that going either way, but Hillcrest, nice play there to get the guy open. A decent throw. It was kind of wobbly, but put him with a chance to get a big penalty there.
Give to the back with a fresh set of downs. Hillcrest in the red zone right now for the Huskies. They've been in the red zone, to my recollection, at least one other time in this ball game, and they capitalized off it. I'm going to go ahead and say they're 1 of 1. Ashby the back in the game right now. And that pass interference call, it hits Swap right on the back, right between the 2 and 4. But he did go through the receiver. The officials give it to him, and now 2nd down and 8. Houston looks back to the sideline with Ashby. You're going to have by his lonesome Stephen Hoskins over there going against Jacobs. Hoskins does have the one Hillcrest touchdown in this game off the hands of Kayvon Houston. Houston squares up. Ashby into his stance. Houston drops, looking over the top of about everybody. That ball goes into the corner of the end zone and falls incomplete. 3rd and 8 upcoming.
Yeah, it was all curls on the route. It looked like he was expecting somebody to break off and run a corner, and nobody did. We'll see if they can convert. This has been another good drive for Hillcrest, aided, of course, by that pass interference penalty, but got another chance to get into the end zone here.
Well, we know Hurricane hasn't been sending many guys, and they won't this time either. Houston rolling out near the pylon, and I can't tell, AT. Do we have a grab over there just short of the – looks like we have a snag just shy of the goal line. Beautiful pass, great grab, and Hillcrest going to be working with a first and goal situation.
Wow, I don't know how he caught it and
from the one.
Wasn't in the end zone.
I don't know either. Houston, looks like we had some movement along that defensive line. And it is going to go against Hurricane. They're already at the 1. So it's a penalty just for the sake of being a penalty. Play it again. 1st and goal on the 1-yard line for Kayvon Houston. You got your big back Ashby in the game right now. And the 3rd quarter nearly ended, 23, 22, 21. Hillcrest going to try to get into the end zone before then. Here's Houston. Houston doesn't give to Ashby, slings out on the sideline. He was waiting for Hoskins to break free. Solid coverage from that Hurricane secondary, and the route wasn't there. Clock continues to move. It was an incomplete pass, but we have a continuous clock right now in a 56-7 ball game, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Hillcrest, 2nd down and goal from the 1 upcoming. Quick break. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter action here at Hurricane High School.
Flynn Companies in St. George provides commercial building services to all of Utah. They bring your vision for the building to life without compromise. Flynn's customers have come to expect innovative solutions backed by unparalleled technical expertise and a disciplined approach to project building. Flynn Companies is a proud booster of the Southern Utah community and has literally helped to build it. Visit FlynnCompanies.com today.
Hey neighbor, great day to be at the reservoir, huh? What are you doing now, Phil? Getting ready to go for a bit of a swim here. Why are you backing your truck into the lake? Don't worry, I'll roll up the window before I go under. That's not a submarine, Phil. See the camper shell from St. George Topper there on the back? That's a top quality Lear shell. Waterproof. I figure I can take my fishing game to the next level. The deep level. That's where you find the big boys. This isn't going to work out well, Phil. No, I used waterproof duct tape to seal the undercarriage. I'm onto something here. I'll start calling search and rescue.
This is Kyle with St.
Houston takes the snap, gives to Ashby. Ashby between the right guard and tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And a big-time play for Hillcrest. They needed that one. Simply just giving it to your big back, letting him go to work. And Thomas Ashby takes care of it all right there for Hillcrest. That makes it 56-13. Extra point pending for Hillcrest. The Huskies did a good job marching down the field on that one. Had to face some adversity here and there, but ultimately a couple run plays got them a little bit of room. You saw Houston with the ability to sling it a little bit and just kind of a quick and composed drive that marched them all the way down to the one courtesy of a Houston pass. And then Ashby does the rest from there. Extra point being set up. Still have a flag down on the field. The official runs in, grabs it, scoops it up, and Will Rogers will attempt to punch this one through. And Hillcrest, one guy shy on the personnel. He'll run back out onto the field. And here's the hold. The kick, it's up and through. 56-14 in favor of the Tigers. Hurricane had the ball one time in the third quarter, ended up scoring off of it. Maybe, yeah, just one time, right, AT?
Yeah.
Clock's moving fast in this ball game, so maybe only one possession for the Tigers here in the fourth. We'll take a break. 11 minutes remaining in the fourth. Tigers 56, Huskies 14.
Flynn Companies in St. George provides commercial building services to all of Utah. They bring your vision for the building to life without compromise. Flynn's customers have come to expect innovative solutions backed by unparalleled technical expertise and a disciplined approach to project building. Flynn Companies is a proud booster of the Southern Utah community and has literally helped to build it. Visit FlynnCompanies.com today.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
See Hearst first and refresh your home with Ace's Red Hot Buys. Check out the Ace Paint Collection with durability for everyday life. Save $2 on Kills Primer and select Rust-Oleum Spray Paint is 2 for $13. Switch out that air filter with buy 3, get 1 free savings. And buy more, save more on cleaning supplies for every part of your home. Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Back at Hurricane High, and the ensuing kickoff is blown dead. Coach Cowan back out on the field, has some instructions for a couple Tiger players. They want to make sure they get this right, and it's the penalty is basically going to allow Hillcrest to kick this thing off from the 40, which should be interesting because really all we've kind of seen from both these squads here tonight is just these mid-squib-esque kicks that take a couple bounces. You have McRoberts back there, you have Jacobs back there. And where this ball lands, well, only time will tell. Let's find out. Here's the kick. And never mind. Forget it. He's just going to put a boot straight into that one out of the back of the end zone. And the touchback will allow Hurricane to start this drive from the 20-yard line right now for H-Town. As the official will get that set back out onto the field for the Tigers. Looks like we have a cast of a new players in this one. 56 points is what they scored against the Huskies last year. 56 is where they currently stand. They also gave up 35 last year. This year only 14 right now to this Hillcrest squad. You see the improvement from Hurricane throughout. As a couple new players take the field right now for the Tigers. And at quarterback still is Dylan Gabriel. You're going to have Gabriel, as well as, I think that's RJ Allred or Connor Clyde in the backfield behind him. And we have a little bit of twitch up front. I don't know if they're going to get the defense or the offense here. You saw Hurst jump on one side, and they will get the defense. Encroachment penalty on Hillcrest will move Hurricane forward into the ball game right now offensively for this Hurricane team. taking in the spot that McRoberts normally would have for this squad. You do have Parker Hurst. As Gabriel claps his hand, fakes it, gives the end around, waiting for a couple blocks to set up, is number 30, churning and burning, breaking a couple tackles, and for his first give of the game, an excellent run from Bradley Rose. Bradley Rose making things happen. That's enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down, and Bradley Rose coming into this game has had a couple opportunities to display his talents, and he's going to get more run here tonight. First down, fresh set of downs for the Tigers. The line basically remains intact other than Rose and Hurst. You're also going to have Fano out there as well. Rose lines up on the side nearest to us. Gabriel still in the gun. He's got Allred to his right. They'll kick it out to Rose. Rose runs right into a Hillcrest tackle as they tried to set him up on that quick out pass on the sideline. It's sniffed out quickly by that Hillcrest defense, closing in and making sure he had no room to breathe. Second down, and what should be about 11, 12 yards right here. Second down and 12 officially. Gabriel gets some sideline information. Runs back out, joins the huddle. In this 56-14 game, the clock continuously moving. We are officially down to 8 minutes, 18, 17, 16. It continues to tick, tick, tick. Clock brought to you by Nets on Fire this year. Appreciate them re-upping. As Gabriel in the gun, Allred flanked to his left. They're going to send Hurst in motion. Hurst is going to get it, waits for a block to set up. There's nothing there except for a sea of white and green jerseys. Hillcrest does a good job sniffing that one out. And it's going to set up third down and long. A couple, obviously, personnel changes right now for this Hurricane team, trying some new things, trying some guys in new spots. We've already seen what someone like Hurst was able to do defensively. He has an interception on the night, now trying to add to his offensive resume. Wearing number 20 out there. You also have Rose. And third down and 12 after the no gainer. Here's the give. It's R.J. Allred. R.J. Allred breaks through about 3 Huskies, and he's finally ripped down from behind, but not before a big-time gain up the near sideline. And you see that burst of speed from R.J. Excellent run, and hold it all right there. A flag on the field right where Allred hit the hole. And Hurricane's going to end up backing this one up. Flags have been a little more common, I think, than Coach Cowan really wants to deal with tonight. Hurricanes move the ball. They have more yards than you can count. Multiple guys with multiple touchdowns. But when region play rolls around and when they get the Dixie Flyers, who right now are in a pretty vulnerable spot this upcoming week, penalties like this simply will not cut it, especially because they're coming off of big-time plays, and that's something the Tigers will look to shore up not only towards the tail end of this game, but obviously going into next week's tilt against the Flyers. Gabriel sends Hurst in motion. Hurst kicks out to the side, looks his direction. Gabriel with downfield, nothing there, stops, pulls up. He's going to run into a Husky defender, and down goes Gabriel Hillcrest, bringing the pressure. He thought he had something. He hesitated, and by the time he regathered himself, he was already going down to the turf, taken down all the way at his own 15-yard line. And that is immediately going to bring out the punting team. They'll get this football away, won't risk anything, and at 56-14 with just under 6 minutes to go, well, why would you? It's going to give Hillcrest an opportunity on the offensive side of things to potentially make the score a little bit tighter in the final when you read it on the Deseret News tomorrow. Here's the punt. Hillcrest brings pressure. They crash down, nearly got a block. Excellent pursuit, and it's going to be marked down by Swap right near midfield. How he got that punt off was impressive within its own right. We do have an update. Hersey's Hardware Region 9 update. Crimson Cliffs 21, Springville 20. Last we saw, Park City 35, Dixie 0, Pineview 27, Tooele 24. Wow. It's the Panthers storming back in that one, AT. And then the last update we had on Desert Hill Centennial was the Thunder up by 4. We know their streak this year playing Nevada teams down to the wire and things coming down to one of the very last plays. And right now that could be the case again, 22-18, Thunder on top. You're listening to the Ideal Home and Paint Game of the Week. A 2-9 Hurricane squad last year. They started this year 0-2, but you see the improvements throughout. Competed with Mountain Crest, who they lost to badly last year. Competed with Moapa. 1 point loss, had an opportunity to win that. Lost that game last year. And last time they beat this Hillcrest team 56-35. Tonight, 56-14. You see the adjustments being made as 4:52 on the clock. It is stopped. We do have a timeout on the field. One of the rare opportunities in this scenario in which you'll see that thing stop ticking. As the fans here at Hurricane High School throw around I think that's a Wendy's bag. Hey, it's a Wendy's bag. All right.
Yeah, man. Maybe they were listening before when we were promoting the Baconator, and they went down at halftime and enjoyed a combo meal. You get a lot of those for under $10 at Wendy's. Of course, don't forget about their breakfast special. Wake up with a red hot Wendy's bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. A lot of people think McDonald's when they think about morning breakfast. I think Wendy's.
As you should. As you should. And the Wendy's breakfast, it's relatively kind of...
Oh, it's under the radar. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know about it.
It's a newer thing, right?
Yeah. Not to me, but...
Yeah. Rolling outside, personnel change for Hillcrest, new into the ball game. For the Huskies, where number 10 is your new signal caller. What's your name on that? I do believe it is... sheesh, what happened to my roster, AT? There it is. I'm buried amongst all the rubble here. That's Christian Adkins, the junior, wearing number 10. Adkins on the field for Hillcrest. You also have Ezra Bell out there, the junior wide receiver. Jack Bradburn, a junior himself. They'll be the two here on the near sideline. And the running back in the game, rocking number 23, is Max Cannon. Pass deep downfield. They're going to take a shot right into the arms of a Tiger. And coming down with the football, a big-time interception. I think that was Diego Hernandez.
Wow, way to come down with a foot down, Diego. Nice play. And this is the type of game where so many guys have had awesome kind of highlight plays that really is going to, can you imagine film tomorrow if you're Hurricane, how excited you're actually going to be to watch it. Then on Monday, getting back to practice, like you ride this mojo of a game like this for a while, and that's exactly the type of stuff that Hurricane has needed, and just an awesome performance so far.
Christian Adkins, it wasn't a bad football. It was just a fantastic play from Hernandez, who came down with that foot, made the interception, couple of those tonight in favor of the Tigers. Snap. Give, a ball popped onto the turf. There is, I think, Borchardt in at quarterback, and it's still somehow on the ground. There was a pile of bodies, and you look away for a second, look back, and the ball moves forward. Who ended up on top of it? And the Huskies have it. Turnover into the ball game for the first time for Hurricane was Ryan Borchardt, and a little miscommunication there. That ball spins into the air, hits the turf, bounces forward, and the Huskies come away with the football.
Good for Hillcrest. They've given up some. They get one here, and if they could score again with 2:30 left, make it 56-21, that looks a lot better. And you feel a lot better when you end up, getting at least over 20 points.
Absolutely. It's all about fine-tuning the things that you struggle with. Hillcrest is going to go into Region 10 play next week against Park City, a team that we're watching take down Dixie right now. Projected 6 out of 7 teams in that region. They feel they're capable of more. And it's fine-tuning these things that help you. Here's the give. Ah-Ching is going to be wrapped up and ripped down.
Another flag flies from the back judge here. We'll see what he saw. Refs do such a fantastic job here in Southern Utah under the stewardship of the great Gene Van Orden. And we've got personal foul penalty against the Tigers. It'll march Hillcrest half the distance to the goal and give them an even better shot at pay dirt here late in the game.
Especially with some of these new guys in there. We talked about Adkins at the quarterback spot. Max Cannon is your running back for Hillcrest.
Max Cannon?
Max Cannon.
Dang.
Sounds like he should be at the quarterback position.
Give that kid the ball. Let him do a flea flicker pass.
Halfback pass option. Adkins, snap, rolling out. Cannon will block for him. Going to his left, throwing with his right, corner of the end zone. That was a pretty looking football, but it's going to squirt right through the hands of Ezra Bell, who had to catch that as his highest point. By no means an easy ball to come down with, but a good look there for the Huskies. Second down and short coming for Hillcrest. Ball on the 11. Adkins likely to take another shot at the end zone. Trips left, set up right now. Here's the snap. Adkins rolls to his right. He tucks this football. Looks like he wants to run with it, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the marker. And I think that's all the Huskies were going for, was a get out of bounds and set things up. But the clock moving, 39, 38, 37. Adkins gets a little bit of instruction from the sideline. And they're going to have to move a little bit quicker than that if they want an opportunity at pay dirt. This clock is moving fast.
Man, just run a play.
23, 22.
Like 25 seconds.
And there they go. They're lined up. Trips left, making sure everybody's set. Still looking over at the sideline is Adkins.
Oh, my gosh.
13, 12. Adkins still facing. He finally squares up. He's in the gun behind the center.
Holy cow.
Line gets set. Line is down. Adkins takes the snap. Fires to the end zone, and that ball lands right at about the 2-yard line. Not a receiver in sight. This one is over. Hurricanes won it 56-14. Win number 1 on the season for the Tigers, and they do it in dominant fashion. You have multiple touchdowns from Brody Jacobs, 4 touchdowns from Austin McRoberts. Dylan Gabriel was great. The defense was dominant. They were suffocating. Multiple interceptions, fumble recoveries. They do it all. A picture-perfect game for the Tigers to move to 1-2 on the year and get that first W before region play. 56-14 is your final here at Hurricane High. We're going to end it here for our streaming audience, take a break for our radio audience, and we'll be right back with a big-time post-game show as we get you what's going on throughout the rest of Region 9. Brought to you by Bucks Ace. Appreciate Bucks Ace and all their sponsorship and support this year. We'll be back with the post-game after this break. 56-14, Hurricane